All right, here we go. Making sure everything's working. Why can't I hear myself? I don't want to hear myself. There we go. Let me know if you can hear me. If we can make sure we're all good on that front. So I don't have to. Yep. Awesome. You have on the report? No, I do not have it on right now. But yeah, I guess I'm not a real car guy if I'm not watching that, right? All right. Oh man, we got all the OG homies that always come to the stream right off the bat. As you can see, I've got the mood lighting already. Actually, that looks a little crazy right now. Hold on. Turn that down a little bit. You know what I mean? There we go. Mr. Blue, what's up? What's up? Oh, you're watching from the RTR party? Tell them I said hi and I couldn't make it, and I'm super bummed. Super bummed I couldn't make it because I just had a lot going on, a lot of work going on, and I'm also essentially what's it called? I'm going to be in Charlotte next week anyway, so I gotta basically hop right back. Do a Superformance Cobra. I actually have, believe it or not. You just have to Google it or Google it. You have to just search on my channel. You'll see it. But yeah, so basically today I wanted to stream for a little while. First of all, just see how you guys are doing this week. Second, fill you in, excuse me, fill you in on some potential future plans, getting some feedback from very loyal viewers, obviously, and seeing what you guys think. And at the same time, uh, maybe sharing more of the videos uh, that are coming out this month. So, no, not doing the ego boost swap, and I'll tell you why in a second. Tell you why in a second. But first, as a tradition, I need to film everybody. I'm going to actually make this happen this time. I want everybody to say hi on the stream. 3, 2, 1. So I can post this on the gram. All right, I'm going to wait. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The gang's all here. Come hang out with us on stream. All right. I'm going to make sure it actually uploads this time. That's the problem. Last time, you guys ever do that on Instagram where you upload it and you close the app and then you come back like an hour later and it's like it never finished? I was like, so got to do that. Oh, hey, Carlos, how are you? Let me go ahead and get this social media stuff going. I know this is all the boring stuff about streaming, right? Like before you really get in the weeds of anything. We did get snow here, but it was for like a day and then it was gone. But everybody lost their mind and there was a whole bunch of crashes. I saw a Range Rover somehow crash into a guardrail. So that was cool. Uh, uh, I don't know how you do it, but they did it. Let's see here. Post story. I am so bad at multitasking, fellas. I am so sorry. All right. Now, link. I got to give you guys your claim to fame. 15 seconds of fame. Come hang. Okay, we got the Insta going. Bam. And did it go through? No, it didn't. See, that's how you have to. Yes, I'm still dailying the Miata. Whoever. Oh, Throttle on the Stream. What up, dude? You make an appearance in our vlog today, dude. I know, Evan. By the way, not to put you out there, I heard there might be rumors you might maybe want to do a certain build that I own. So I got the perfect car for it. I heard you might want to do an Atera. So let me know if you want that. I'll sell it to you because I'm trying to sell them. Trying to sell that and sell my EG, unfortunately. But moving on to bigger and better things. You got to move on. But basically, yes. So Smurf, the thing with Smurf is that I just need a super genius to come see the car and figure it out. That's that's what I need because so many people cannot figure it out. So I would actually be daily driving Smurf if I could fix it. So it's just so frustrating because mechanically the car is fine. That's what's so annoying. But I think I think truly it could be and maybe needs a let me think. It probably needs like a fuel system or something because it's a voltage thing, and I'm assuming it's the booster pump. So I think that might be part of it. And then if I go back to my OEM headlights, I think that would fix the problem. And ain't got no gas in it. Evan, I'll text you after this if you want. If you have something in mind. I wish I could build a super performance Cobra. That'd be so expensive. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, so I to all the people who are saying I've been watching you a long time, thank you very much, by the way. So you know what? Let's see. There's super chat goals now. I've never seen this before. I've never actually looked. Um, Here, let me see if this works real quick. I'm just curious. No pressure on doing it. I'm just seeing if it'll work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. Anyway, so basically, oh yeah, Scott, that's actually a great question. For a lot of parts and like stuff like that, yeah, you have to be really careful because some people will show up and just not want to buy it. So it's like, hey man, I'm flattered that you want to come and hang out and talk, but I got to get rid of this thing, right? So when I sold my Pro Charger from Smurf a long time ago, I had a friend post it for me. Um, so there was that, and that actually worked out. But yeah, a lot of the times you just got to suck it up and get through it. But basically, right now, I'm kind of restructuring this year. Um, the cam phasers went out in my F-150. So that's another thing I'm dealing with. So I'm gonna have to probably sell my truck to figure that out, or because it's $5,000 to fix the cam phasers for Ford to do it. So I'm trying to find somebody to do it for cheaper. Yeah, if there's anybody out there, let me know. I got to sell my VMP blower from the 2018 Mustang, and then the two cars I'm telling you about. So just doing some construction, different structures this year. Hold on, I think. Yeah, it made me throw up too because I'm just like the problem. Oh man, hi, are we back? Are we back? Yeah. Are we good? Wait, okay, that's never happened before. YouTube live stream. By the way, it's still on the same link, same URL and everything, because that is the worst when you have to like restart a stream, repost it to everything. I just want to make sure that's good. Okay, we're all good. All right. By the way, the next time I do streaming, first of all, do you like my live streams just like this, or do you want me to try to do more advanced streams like OBS where we like go through stuff? Would love the feedback because I'd like to stream some more. I just really enjoy doing it, and it's laid back and saves me an editing day, so it's nice. This is good. Okay, this stream's wow. I did not expect that. Did not expect that. Whoa, Jay Ritzy with the first super chat. Bada bing, bada boom. Get an ice cream sandwich and be happy. By the way, I love me some ice cream sandwiches. And it actually reminded me of Throttle, who was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but they built an ice cream truck merch van that just came straight to my mind. ADHD brand right there. Um, but hey, oh, my dad's in here. Everybody say hi to my dad, Mr. Steve Patterson, stalking his son on this Saturday evening. So, but yeah, we could always we could always try the OBS style stream another time and just pop like Jamie pull that up kind of stuff. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I actually just reviewed the new Forerunner. I can't talk about it yet. Actually, wait, hold on. Nope, can't talk about it yet. Had to check the date. But it was. I'll just do this. Um, But yeah, once again, Jay Ritzy, thank you so much for the super chat, man. It really helps me out. Like these streams and the super chats and stuff, I hate to be that person, but they really do help when other videos don't do well. So it really fills in that gap for paying for my office and stuff. So I really, really appreciate it, guys. Do you like the Ford Focus ST? Yes, I prefer the Fiesta, but the Focus is really great. Oh yeah. I mean the Forerunner crowd is so interesting too, you know. It's it's such a hardcore, you know what I mean? Like they love Forerunners. Like Forerunner people love Forerunners. It's like Jeeps but with less ducks. Oh great. Well, one day somebody just needs to rip this stream and make a compilation of all the stupid things I say in one stream. Oh man. The new Celica, I really hope it's a real thing. Um, I think right now, I believe it's going to be either the Celica or the MR2. I don't know which one it's going to be, but there's something afoot at Toyota right now for sure. Let's see here. Thanks, Taste and Destroy. I appreciate that. Dak Shepard's wagon build. Let's take a look with my mechanical keyboard in the background. That's how you know I'm not lying. Wagon. Oh, it's a Caprice. Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. Okay, this is where like OBS would come into handy right now so I could show you what I'm looking at. Wow. That is cool. It's Coyote Swap too? That'd be a good video idea. Going through like celebrity car builds that are actually like legit. That's a good one. That's a good one. Wow. Oh, Joseph, thank you so much, man. We need an up to date current 16 Focus RS review. Yeah, I'd be open to doing it again. The last time I did it was about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, yeah, it was a big turbo one. What was the license plate? The license plate was funny. What was it? Hold on. But it was my friend Jarrett's. But yeah, the first Focus RS that came out, I was, fun fact, I actually drove the Focus RS before any media did or any embargoes did. I did the drift mode and everything. I filmed it, recorded it, did the whole thing at Ford's facility in Utah, and then they didn't let me release it. So I literally had to jump on everybody with the RS back then, and they would not let me upload it. I was so bummed. I remember how disappointed I was. Oh, honest question. How did the Mystic video do for you? It did solid. It wasn't a bomb, and it didn't go crazy, but it was solid. It was indeed worth doing. And I don't mean to sound demeaning in that way. Either way, it was still a fun day. We had fun. We had a good time. You know what? I'm going to take a look right now for you. Give me 1 second. Where are we at? 73. It's weird. My channel, if I get into the 70,000s of views, it gets stuck at 73 almost every time. It's kind of fascinating. Okay, so yeah, it had 1.1 million impressions. That means the algorithm did its job. It did its job, so we're good. All right. So Joseph, once again, needs to be stocked with roughly 150K miles. That's an interesting takeaway because you could make all kinds of arguments, right? You could talk about the whole head gasket factory defect that a lot of people claimed. Well, I think it was true, but you know what I mean. You could talk about how reliable it is and all that kind of stuff. I actually have a video coming out next week about. I wonder if any of you guys remember this. The million-mile Lexus that Matt Farah had. I got to drive it with 1,000,000 miles on it. So that's going to be one of my videos next week. So you want to talk about a high mileage car, and almost all the parts are original. That's what's crazy. I know it doesn't sound like a very glamorous video, but I think it just really shows how good Lexus is. Like, especially back then. LS400 is just undefeatable, basically. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate that. I have a car I'd love for you to review. Probably would love to review too. Talked about it before, how they don't have power potential I thought to have. Hit me with it, buddy. Oh, Joseph, once again, by the way, Joseph, thank you for doing these. Any of these super chats are helpful, so thank you. Most RS that are on the market are stock with 150. I believe that. I actually believe that because the RS got a bad rap when it first came out, and it was one of those cars that I didn't understand why, because I beat the snot out of the Focus RS. Like, it didn't make any sense to me that people were breaking them. At the same time, another one is the GR86. I love the GR86, and I've done multiple drift events in GR86s for hours at RPM and Redline, and they never had any problem. But then there's some of them that have that RTV thing happen. But I guess I got lucky. I've driven like 5 different ones hard. So I don't know. Should build a Fast and Furious 2D Eclipse. Throttle's actually selling theirs as a giveaway. That's probably the best version ever done, in my opinion. 5-cylinder project. Yeah, man, I love that stuff. But I'll tell you, I have an idea, but I'm not quite sure everybody here will agree. But I'll tell you why and the backstory and all that kind of stuff. Build a Coyote F-150. Well, it's funny is I'm actually looking at Coyote F-150s now to replace my current truck. So, yeah, fun times. Boom. I have set okay, by the way, no pressure on this goal, by the way. I just kind of wanted to see if the goal system worked because I've never used it. So yeah, basically the goal system's like if you get so and so many super chats, I talk about this one thing. So I just want to see if it worked. No pressure. I'm here to have fun. What's my current truck? It's a 2019 3.5 EcoBoost. And I love the truck. Like, I absolutely love the truck, but I'm super bummed because the cam phasers went out, which is notorious for the 3.5 EcoBoost. So, here we go. Dylan's chilling. Been wondering about your F-150. What's up with it? Cam phaser. So, by the way, thank you for the super chat. Basically, what's up with it is when you open the front cover of the EcoBoost, you have the timing chains, and you'll have these things right here. They're the cam phasers, and internally, they're these metal things that kind of set everything up, right? This is as nutshell explanation as possible. So when you crank it, they get everything going. The problem is they like to break, and my cam phaser broke. And to replace it in labor is $5,000. So I'm really trying to see if anybody wants to do the job for a little bit cheaper and then sell that truck, get a different truck, because I have to have something for towing on a budget. I ain't a high roller dog, so I'll probably do like a Coyote truck next. Darren Hall, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate that. Hold on, I need to give all these super chats hearts too, because, you know, hot boy hearts. Here we go. Okay, so Darren, you would use a classic muscle car as a drift car, made a gothic muscle car drift queen character, use a 2GZ67 RB26 fastback. That is so funny you said that because I I don't have an answer for everything. It's crazy. It's just this one time. So I actually drifted an old Monte Carlo drift car. It was LS1 out of the F body Camaro. They put it in there and they made their own angle kit. I actually filmed the entire thing, so that actually will probably be a future video. And they made it work, man. I don't know how, but it was easily the biggest car I'd ever drifted. Like it was crazy. When I was out on track, I was like, "Oh my god! Like, how far is this hood? How far is the rear bumper?" It was a really cool experience. Actually, if you're curious, let me shout out his Instagram because he let me drive it. What is it? It is Nashville drifting. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Check that sucker out. Pretty sick, right? It's pretty cool. So thank you, Darren. Father Firefire, here we go again. 2 down, 8 to go. Keep it the solid work. Thank you. Tuxedo Runner coming in clutch with the 499. Get a Tundra V8, no problems with them. Yes, I've looked at them, but the only issue is right now they're kind of expensive. And at the same, like in comparison to the stuff you get inside, like for example, heated seats and amenities. Yeah, I'm being bougie about it, but like my wife, she wants heated seats. So I mean, I get it. Heated seats is nice. And once you're spoiled with like Apple CarPlay and stuff, getting to use Tundra, you're like, dang it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find something that just matches the truck I have now. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll probably end up getting a used truck anyway because a brand new pickup truck nowadays is ungodly expensive. They should not be as expensive as they are, but they are. Dylan's chilling once again. My Hemi was 5K to rebuild for a phaser. Heck no, I know. It's mostly due to how complicated it is, right? Because what is so tough about doing the cam phaser job, it's not that it's tough per se. It's just getting to them. Does that make sense? So essentially, what you're doing is you're taking off the front bumper, taking off all the cooling system, all that. Then you got to get to the front cover. Then you have to take the front cover off. Then the timing change. Then you need to have it timed right. So that is what causes the labor to be so expensive. Oh my god, dude. So Keith from That Racing Channel just texted me a memory. Look, 10 years ago, I started the Florida filming trip. Remember the black Supra, the Real Street Supra, the TRC 240? We were starting that trip right now. Crazy. Carlos, who do you predict will win the F1 2025 season? Great question. Red Bull's in a weird spot, obviously, right now. I will say I'm curious to see how Lewis does at Ferrari. I'm really curious about that. And I'm curious about Aston Martin as well, because I know he is burning money to get those cars to be faster. But I think it's going to be Red Bull versus Ferrari overall, and Mercedes somewhere in that mix. Dallas Griggs, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let me get them hearts out there, though. There we go. Oh, it's your first super chat ever. Thank you so much. All right. You ever came to Rod Run? Yes, I coincidentally ran into Rod Run. I was actually in the area for a different film shoot. And they were like, hey, there's this thing going on. And I showed up and it was crazy. It definitely reminded me of Woodward Dream Cruise. That's what it reminded me of, but just in the mountains. Dallas, just go ahead and just comment. You don't got to do another one, buddy. If I'll try and catch it. Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat. Gonna go to Nashville Cars and Coffee in February. No, I am going to be. I actually have to look at my own calendar. That's how chaotic things have been. Okay, so to fill you guys in on what I'm going to be doing. Actually, you guys want to know? You guys want to know what I'm up to filming wise? If you care, I'm curious. While you guys answer that, I will. Okay, Kevin, let me answer this super chat by Kevin. and then I'll fill you in. Hey, brother, I am direct to owners for off the market Ferrari Enzos, F50s, etc. If you're interested to leverage contact, let's say that is crazy. That is definitely out of out of my price range, but I could definitely talk to some people for sure. Absolutely. So thank you so much, Kevin, for even asking me that. Um, by the way, this goes for everybody watching the stream. If you have something cool truly you think is cool to film or anything like that, email me at here's my email. Put it in the chat. If you want something for cool. I do have to plan basically a year ahead right now. That's how far behind I am. Just bear with me. Okay, Tuxedo Runner, once again, hitting it. I can find you one. That's actually okay for truck replacement. I appreciate it, man. I right now I'm really close on about 3 of them. If those don't work out, I'll definitely take some advice. Montreal Garage. Hey, hope you've been good, man. Good to see you here. Probably got to give Lewis at least a year to get the car team situated. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm thinking too. I think Lewis is going to get out of that car and go, what a piece of junk, and be like, fix it. Like Nicky Lauda in Rush. He's like, it's a piece of crap. Like, fix it. Police 428. Thank you for the super chat. Ever got my email? My friend is GLI joining me in May, June, meeting for review. I'm going to make a note on that right now. And I promise all right, GLI email. I need to relook that up just so it's top of mind for me. And police, 428. It's what happens when you have ADHD, man. You have to write everything down. Everything. But thank you. I will look into that after the stream. So thank you so much. All right. So here's what's going on. I promise you I'd tell you what's going on my calendar real quick. I'm going to do a speed run. So next week, I film Gingium's or Caleb's Turbo V6 Accord. Yeah, many of you guys might know it. I'm really excited to film it. It's going to be really, really cool. Also going to a Ford Performance event, and I'm going to be filming in Charlotte. So I'm going to be filming the Dark Horse R. And also Ford's offering of a supercharge package. So I need to get the proper name for the Mustang. Give me 1 second. I have to make sure performance season launch. That's what it's called. So let's see here on the PDF I got here. I'm going to be filming. Okay, so the OEM supercharger kit that Ford offers, I'm going to be filming with that. It's a Whipple. And then the Dark Horse R. And the FP700S, which is a supercharged F-150 2024. So I'll be doing that. And then what's going on? Ice drifting. Going ice drifting. And I'm going to be seeing T-Pain up there, believe it or not. And after that, it's editing, and also working on Project Car Exchange, which I can talk about some more if you guys are interested. It's my website where it sells project cars. Let me knock out these super chats real quick. D Spec V, I got a 71 Datsun pick. Sorry, thinking about EcoBoost 2.4 swap or keeping it Nissan. Well, if Dalton is still here, Street Performance, he is the guy to talk to. He did the Fox body that I drove, that 2.3, that came out around last July or August or so. And it was done extraordinarily well. Not to put you on the spot, Dalton, if you're here still, but I'm sure he can answer some questions. But I'm a fan of the EcoBoost swaps because the parts are available, and the Datsun parts and the Nissan parts are going to be a lot harder. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat, AGTWNC. I have the ML60 Mustang GT Whipple for sale. That is cool. So it's a Gen 2 Coyote. So it's going to be really, really good. I mean, those cars are great. Absolutely. Yeah, Dark Horse R. So the Dark Horse R is like a track spec. Basically, it's the official race car of the Mustang Challenge. So it's IMSA. It's IMSA sanctioned. Stuttering, I'm sorry. That's actually a tongue twister. IMSA sanctioned. Blech. Brendan Reed, thank you for the super chat. What do you think of the new GT350? I knew this was going to come up this stream. Me personally, I'm disappointed. No 5.2 flat plane crankshaft. So I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you because so there was this GT350 that came out. When was it? For the 13-14 generation, it was a GT350. It had like a different body kit on it, had striping on it, and appearance package on it. It's basically a repeat of that, where it's not so much from Ford because like the Ford and Shelby GT350, right? They were co-developed. This is Shelby American. So what they're doing is they're taking an S650 and just aftermarket stuff on it and slapping that name on it. So yeah, a little disappointed that Ford isn't like going headfirst into another one because the flat plane crank V8 GT350 was the very first time I saw non-Mustang people respect a Mustang. It was the very first time. They're like, okay, as rip. Are we back? Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on today with my internet, so I apologize. Um, okay, so Kevin Hill, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will check it out very soon. So I'm assuming I was cut off at a certain point, but I think you guys get the picture about my opinion about it. The GT350 was the first Mustang for a lot of people to get respect because it was so unique and so different. And everybody I know who sold their GT350 actually regretted it. I don't know really a single person who was like, screw that car and never want it again. So it's really fascinating. Okay. How do you find manufacturer events to attend? Saw you at the Mustang 60th. Well, that's the last big event I've been to. Want to do bigger manufacturer events. Believe it or not, most of the time they reach out to me, and I don't mean that in like a way. It's just how it kind of goes, right? Like the thing I'm doing next week, that's a manufacturer event. But it's usually just years and years to show that you're serious in this business, in this industry, and basically saying, all right, like I know how the rules of the road work here. I know not to break embargoes. I know not to be a jerk when I don't like something, how to be professionally. In my video I talked about the other day, the harsh reality of YouTube, I make this a big point. I make it a big point that there's a way to be professionally critical and not just say something sucks, So if you always have to tell that. Do you prefer manufacturer events or viewer builds review? They're so different. So different. I mean, it couldn't be a more different experience. The press events are very formal, right? They're extremely formal. You fly out, you get picked up in a car. You feel like you're somewhere you shouldn't be. When you're first starting out and you get picked up in like a limo service or whatever, not a limo, but you know what I mean, like a nice car service, and they bring you to the hotel. You're like, where am I? How did I get here? So, and then you go to the hotel, they do a presentation, and then after that, you go to dinner, then you wake up, then you go do stuff all day, you film all day long, and then you go back to the hotel, you knock out, you go to bed, you wake up, you get on a plane, go home. That's what I just did for Toyota. That's what I typically do for the big OEMs. But I try to only do performance-oriented cars for the OEMs. I did an exception this time around with what I just did, but give it a chance, Hit your goal. Oh, Seth Lovely. We need one more. Oh, wait. I think we need one more. Oh, my bad. I said it. I swear I didn't mean to do this. So for goals, I think it has to be a $5 even super chat or more. That was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. But you know what? I'll do it anyway. It counts. So the goal was talk about a next potential build. Hold on one second. So my next potential build, I'll tell you why I'm making this decision, maybe. But to make this very clear, I don't know when this is going to happen this year, but it might happen. I'm probably going to do, if I decide to do it, I have to sell the Integra. I have to sell the EG. I have to sell my supercharger kit off the white Mustang, and I have to figure out my truck stuff. After all that's said and done, I have a friend of mine named Michael Elsey. Michael Elsey is out in Alabama. He has a YouTube channel that I will tag right here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's hold on. Let's see if it's called this. He just restored the $1 Million Mile Lexus. He really wants me to do a build with him, and he's an amazing guy. And me being the worst wrench in the world, he's like, no, it's fine. It's gonna be fun. So I wanted to basically tell everybody that I actually just signed a deal with HP Tuners. So I'm sponsored by HP Tuners this year, which I'm really excited about. And basically, they have a new standalone that they want to put into an engine swapped car. And what they focus on right now is LS stuff. And I don't have an LS car. They're currently developing for some other platforms right now, but I don't have an LS car. And so I would have to do an LS swap in something. And Michael's got an SC400 shell. And I've always really liked those cars. I just don't know how you guys would feel about that platform because it's a Supra. Underneath, it's a Mark IV Supra, right? And that's the thing, right? I think it'd be really cool because we'd probably have a good opportunity to get a good engine as well. So there we go. The goal is complete. Heck yeah. LS swap your 350. I don't got the talent for that, dog. But basically, SC400, I've always had a soft spot in the SC platform. I think they're really neat. I love how long they are. Their long wheelbase actually makes it great for drifting. Like, it's really good for drifting. So that's what I mean. So that's kind of potentially in the air. I would have to figure out, because he already has a swap kit. And he already has the steering rack. He already has the power steering. He already has all that stuff. So it's kind of like, you ever get a gut feeling in life where you're kind of like, it's all in front of me. It's all right here. Should I just try it? You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm thinking about it. It's more for me, you know what I mean, than anything. But it would also probably be one video. It would probably be just the whole thing. It wouldn't be some dragged out series. It'd be 1 or 2 videos and be done. And just get it done. That's probably what it would be. Fox Buddy drag car, they're always doing wheelies. Dude, that would feel like such sacrilege. I know LS swaps and Fox Buddies are like ancient, but even I would feel bad about doing that. But I still also have to fix my Coyote 240 drift car. It has an oil leak here and there due to bad jobs by previous other people. Also, side note, I've actually edited the Coyote Swap 240 series and the Hellcat, the Hellcat Magnum series into movies. So I'll probably be uploading those sometimes this month as well. I removed all the recaps. I removed all that and edited it in a way to make it feel like a movie. So you guys might get a nice rewatch or a nice compilation to fall asleep to pretty soon. I'll have that fall haunted. Devin V, yeah, man. I love going to Canada. I love it, dude. I did a whole road trip from Vancouver all the way to Banff, and I've also been to Quebec quite a few times. But Ontario, shockingly, haven't been there other than landing in the airport. Actually, you know what? Since we met our super chat goal, which I appreciate that, you guys, I might as well show you. Give me 1 sec. It's a barn find. So that's it. And give me 1 sec. Where's the back of it? That guy. Imagine like a badass freaking like a built LS in this thing. And the good thing about these is that differentials are really strong. So like axles, differentials, all that stuff, good. Dude, that's what I said. I said a D-stroke like high revving LS, dude. Like, have you guys ever seen Tanner Faust's Passat? It's one of my favorite drift cars ever, and it sounds incredible. Like JW, I'm also like over the LS swaps, but the thing is my goal with this would be like a ride along vehicle. Like if I go to a car event and do drift events, I would give people ride along. So it's just a very practical thing, um, and all that good stuff. I know you don't need to, but I understand what he's saying. Also, if anybody wants to design me some liveries for my cars, completely open to it. By the way, like my Coyote Swap 240, think it'd be cool to have a livery, and also the SC maybe if that happens. Coyote Focus ST. That's crazy. That's super cool. Dylan's chilling, coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much, man. My friends keep telling me to lift my FC RX-7. I'd rather lowered wide body, but a rally safari also sounds pretty fun. Your thoughts? So it just depends what you're into. If you want to do more of like the off-roading and sand driving and stuff like that, do it. If you're going to do more street driving and more track stuff, potentially go with the other option, because the safari builds look really cool, but after driving them for a while, people get over them. You know what I mean? Because you get the loud tires and all that kind of stuff, and you're just kind of like, all right. So there's that. I have not listened to the new old school album, so I definitely need to. Mustang Raptor, I would love to drive the Mustang Raptor. I would love to drive that. Let's see here. What's your opinion on Mustangs getting really popular at grassroots events? We used to be the only ones, like of 3 at OSW, now there's 7 to 10 showing up. It's because it works, right? Like, I told people this for years, and it's not like I told you so, but like a Gen 2 Coyote car, like a 15 to 17, you throw angle on it and you're done, right? Like, it's done. You don't need to swap anything. You don't need, so basically all that money you would have spent on a swap anyway, it's done. And it's a modern car, and you have a modern amenity. So I get it. I completely get it. Coin 80 in Emporia, got, you are asking for it. Anybody here not from Virginia, it's like the worst speed trap on the East Coast. Definitely top 5 for sure. All right. This goal thing's fun. Let's try again. Boom. Let's see if this works. Here, new goal. This is fun. So basically, the next goal is I will reveal all of my videos I'm releasing the next 2 months as a sneak peek. All right, back to the huge. Have you played the new Tokyo Extreme Racer? No. I know nothing about it. I'll be honest with you. I've heard bits and pieces about it, but I don't know anything about it. So fill me in, please. Hi, Jacob. Welcome back from work, and thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I'd watch a video and stop. I actually would. So believe it or not, way back in like 2016 or 17, I think, I drove to Emporia and showed the chaos of it. But yeah, I would definitely do some. I could do a documentary on speed traps. So believe it or not, I filmed a video yesterday about the biggest car theft of all time. And I'm curious if anybody here knows what it is or who did it. Because it's kind of like That's obvious. No shocker there. I'm curious to see if anybody knows. Oh, thank you, anti-piracy. That's awesome. So, okay, I should have been more specific. Who was the perpetrator? Who did the stealing? I think that's the better way to describe the video I recorded. Who's the culprit of the entire thing? Dude, just to drive to New York City, like through the Lincoln Tunnel, everything is so expensive. VIR, yep. VIR is awesome. Virginia International Raceway is amazing. Yep, JW's Garage got it. It was them, the completely trustworthy Koreans. Mendoza's Coyote, how you doing? Good to see you again. Where the F is Smurf? I know you had electrical issues. Been there too. What are your future plans on it? I just need somebody to fix it because I just don't have time. It's sitting in my garage right now. I can't make videos about it because it's just sitting there and it drains. The battery drain I solved, but I have to replace the radio. I have to replace the headlights. I need to put the old grill back in because there's something to do with the electronics there. I also need to figure out the fuel system and also figure out what's going on with the codes because I can't pass emissions right now with the car because it has a check engine light. So I don't know. Have you been to Pittsburgh? Oh boy, if only you knew, buddy. Like in the early days of my channel here, I was there so much for so many videos. Um, a lot of videos that really helps me with my career for sure, or my life cycle on YouTube, I guess you could say. Justin, yeah, I'll be there. I'll come tomorrow if you need some instructors. I want to drive though, but my car's being dumb as always. So, by the way, I need to figure out what time that is. I have to look that up. Fisker Karma. Oh man, those cars. What a time. Yeah, 918, one of the best review days of my life for sure. For sure. Rush King 19, thanks for the super chat, man. Just send you an email for a turbo V6 Tiburon 6-speed. I am so excited. This is the stuff I like, dude. This is the stuff I get excited for. Also, I keep up with the good content. I love seeing the unique builds. Thank you, man. That is cool. That is cool. By the way, side note, when I was 16 looking for a first car, I looked at the Tiburon. It was one of the first cars I looked at. Oh man, that's so funny. The Tiburon like looked so much faster than it was. You know what I mean? Ooh, most unreliable car you've driven? That's tough. Because they're all modified, right? Most of them. I don't know. That's tough. I have to go through my data bank in my brain for that one. Your own drift car? Yes. Yes. You know what's, yeah, so the RX-8, what a tragedy. Like that car drives so good. Because it's an NC Miata underneath it. But they have so many problems and it's such a bummer. But I actually got to the bottom of it. I asked a lot of rotary guys and they were saying, I should LS swap the RX-8. Oh, no, I have no, wait, no, stop, no, move on. Moving on. Oh man, the chassis is so good too. That's what's insane. The Huna truck sold for 900K. I'm not surprised. I was wondering what that would. I'm wondering what that would do. Would you ever entertain entering a dirt oval race personally? It's the most. I would love to. If I had the opportunity, sign me up. I'd do it. 100%. Oh, Robert Cole. Thank you, man. Seriously. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad I was able to help in any shape or form. Mean that, man. Oh, Sean, that's such a cool move, isn't it? Because you're still getting the high reviness of it. Mhm. Damn. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You just made my life confusing doing that. Is this thing on? Hi, Eli. Eli, by the way, everyone go subscribe to Eli, but Eli was there at the very beginning going to Pittsburgh with me as well. Somebody asked me uh, if I had been to Pittsburgh, and I was like, oh boy, buddy. you know, Duracell swap a Tesla. Do you still have your EG and Integra? Yes, but I'm actually trying to sell them as we speak. So if you want to make an offer, go for it. I'm asking 15 for each car because believe it or not, that'd be breaking even on each car. And they're both they're pretty good examples. So, dude, have you ever reviewed an NSX New or Old? Yes. I've done three old NSXs. Yes, three old NSXs, two flip ups and one fixed headlight. The new NSX and also the NSX Type S. Done all of them. I'd sell my blower for 7,500. The blower kit's worth 9,200. So taking $2,000 off of it because it's barely used. You know what I mean? It was barely used. Let's see. What state has the worst roads? Ooh, Mississippi's up there. Mississippi has some pretty bad roads. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that for now. I'm gonna go with that for now that I've seen. New York City's bad. Not in America, but Quebec. If you go near like Montreal, outside of Montreal, you're going off roading, dude, half the time. I've been all over Louisiana, believe it or not. Been to all over Baton Rouge, New Orleans. Like I've been there quite a few times, and definitely don't see it as bad. I think it's just that transition when you go from Alabama into like when you're going towards Mississippi when you go through it is rough. Oh God. uh, yeah, I hear they're pretty bad. So anyway, not a big brake caliper cover guy personally myself. Okay, so what video game cars did you love? So Marcus, what's funny is at one point somebody had a replica of that for sale. Like he built it in his garage, and I almost offered to buy it. I was this close. And then I was like, stop. I just didn't need it at the time. Um, this is, I have a fun question for you guys. What video game cars do you like that wasn't in a racing game? So it could be an RPG, it could be a story mode, it could be something like that. Because I have a few to mind. I want to see what you guys say about that. Quebec is pristine compared to the Maritimes. Oh, I bet. I bet they're really bad out there. Do you still have your E46? Nope. Nope. That died with a relationship I had with the guy who helped me build it. Might have heard of him. So yeah. The pickup truck in Fortnite. Oh, here we go. I'm going to read these real quick. Lotus Exige from Need for Speed the Run. Cars and Rust are beautiful. Twisted Metal. Did I win the Turbo? GTR guy hands down. Blah, blah, blah. Renault 5 Turbo from Dragon Ball. Okay, here we go. Halo Warthog. Let's see. Car from Final Fantasy. I don't know the number. Okay. Oh, thoughts on the new GT350? Yeah. So, CJ, before you joined the party, uh, yeah, basically, I literally told that exact story. That it's basically the same situation, right? It's not Ford sanctioned or Ford built in the factory. It's just an aftermarket kit, really. It's a cash grab. That's what it feels like. Mako from Mass Effect. Okay. We had some good ones. Is that movie such a cool car? Yeah, that is a cool one. It's actually built around here, believe it or not. As far as or a replica of it, one of them was Bravado Banshee. Okay, so it's like the Viper, if I remember right. Is that like the Viper-ish car? Am I getting that right? It's been a while since I played GTA. Oh, hey Andy, how you doing? Let's see here. Yes, okay. Quartz Regalia. This is a fun conversation. I like talking about stuff like that. 300ZX, dude. I have reviewed a ton of 300ZXs. So I actually just edited another one, so that'll come out next month. Oh, what's up, Scott? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. By the way, if you this is a shot in the dark. I think I saw you were looking for an Integra. If you haven't found the one yet, I got one. You can buy mine. It's already done, but I know you want a shell. So I think if I saw that right, I might be wrong, but I got an Integra. All right, let's see. Listening, swapping out parts. You know what cars I really like? I really like the. Okay, to be fair, I've actually recently started a replay of this game, so it's been constantly on my mind. But since they updated it, they cleaned it up. The expansion pack is really good. I'm late to the party on it, but I'm actually replaying Cyberpunk right now. And that game is so good. It is so good, finally. But I love some of the cars in that game. Like, the designs are so unique and different. And it's just really cool. Like, some of them, I'd be like, I wish I could build that in real life. Cyberpunk mentioned. What's one big thing you change or piece of advice you give yourself? You go back to talk to Dave from 5 years ago. Ooh. Sounds really crappy, but probably not do not do roadkill nights with the Magnum because that destroyed my finances. Like I almost went bankrupt. And also not do my Coyote 240, even though I think it's such a cool car. It just didn't have a return. Neither of those cars got any good returns, really. So probably not do that. I would tell myself to go buy like a 370Z, put angle kit on it, and go have fun drifting with your friends. That's what I would do. That's what I would have done. And I'm thinking this in the context of YouTube, right? And what I do. Do 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 do. Ooh, is there really somebody building the cars from Cyberpunk? I definitely want to check that out because what's it called? The Quadra Turbo R. I think that thing's sick in the game. It's like a mix between like a Testarossa and like a C4 Corvette and some other cars. Like it's just really neat. Let's see here. Burning wrenches. I'm gonna look this up. Jamie, can you pull that up? That's how I feel right now. See, this is where if I was running like OBS or something right now, I could show you what I'm doing. Yo, dude, he built the Quadra Turbo R or Quadra VTEC. That is so cool, man. Wow, that's impressive. That is impressive. Wow. People are so talented, bro. They are so talented. Like, I couldn't do this in my dreams, man. That's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna be staring at this. Back to the stream. Back to the stream. See, Eli, thanks for coming. Have you had issues reviewing a C4 of that? No. I just wanted to find a clean one, and they're kind of hard to find to be clean, to be honest. There's one here in town I would love to do. It's I'll show you it. Hold on, Sean. I will go to your super chat in 1 second. I promise. Let me just show you this real quick. I think this is him. Yes, this is him. Okay, let me find a good photo of it to show why I think it's cool. It's got like a 90s come on. There it is, sort of. You see the cup, remember the solo cup? It's got on the side. It's cool though. I like it. Oh wait, there's there you go. Much better. I think it's pretty cool. Sean, just to make it worse, a company makes an LS swap for RX-8. Yes. Yes, they do. So I'm gonna write that down. Is it Sicky? I wouldn't be surprised if it was Sicky. Also, that car is a sick drift car. Like they have amazing capability. You know, I have to ask though. Yeah, can I do polls here? I'm trying to see. Let's see. No. Let's see if I can. Start a poll. Perfect. Personally, I think I could make the SC400 look better, by the way, my context, but and also here's the thing about the SC400, it's a barn find, so you'd get a complete transformation. But boom, let's see if it works. There it is. Project RX-9. That is sick. That's a cool name. Whoa. Oh, wow. This is a battle, dude. This is a battle. Of course they're almost even. Of course they are. Of course they are. Guys, I'm going to need everybody to vote because there's only 37 votes right now. So, come on. If you're watching the stream, I just need you to vote for me, please. Cyclops. Mazda has been talking about making an RX-9, but it's the name is different. The concept is different. They actually just talked about it more the other day. I almost made a video on it, but it wasn't enough information to make a 10-minute news video. Whichever has a longer wheelbase. So the SC is going to be easier to drift. It's going to be easier. It's going to look cleaner while drifting, in my opinion. So. The reliable RX-8. And video. Heck no. Are you trying to make it even more unreliable? The RX-8 has more passenger room. That's about the same. One has suicide doors, though. The only reason I said that so I didn't get demonetized, so. Okay, we only have 57 votes. We have 124 people watching right now. Unless some people are like driving and listening to this stream right now. That's what I'm guessing. But we got 60 votes. Come on. We got to get it going, guys. Almost there. Self-unaliving doors. That's so funny. Oh, man. Playing Arma and listening. I'm driving, but I voted oops. But, I mean, SC400 is getting a lead right now. It's getting a lead. Come on, giveaway RX-8. Is LS Swap enjoying a Lexus product staying in the family considering Toyota and GM had the... I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. Totally. Yeah, the SC is probably a better sleeper, I would say. Like, it would definitely be less expecting. Plus, the one I'm looking at is basically a barn find, so it would not, until I put a livery on it and stuff, you would not know. So, CJ, to give you a quick context, I'm working with HB tuners this year, and I'm playing around with ideas for LSs because that's what they primarily focus on. So that's what I'm thinking about. And there's an SC400 with a swap kit and the steering rack that might be available. So that's why I'm like, it's kind of right there. So that's what I'm thinking. That just came up in a conversation. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm more so thinking about it from a viewer standpoint, right? Like, and look, it's my decision at the end of the day, right? Because I'm the one that would be producing the entire build, but I still want people to be interested. I still want people to be like, that's cool, right? Because not that it'll give me, I'm just saying like the financial incentive, right? Or the lack of. You shouldn't build cars that aren't popular if you're trying to make a return on it, if that makes sense. It has a swap kit and a steering rack is given up on landed in a bar. Oh, no. What I'm saying is the car itself, like the chassis, everything's super clean. It's just that the swap kit, the LS swap kit and everything is just in the garage. It's just ready to go. It just nobody did it yet. TDI V10 RX8 with stacks. Thank you, Dylan Chiller, for the super chat. Yeah, it is. So it is hard to be unique, and at the same time, it's usually not worth the risk to be unique. It's usually not. It would probably be overall a drift build, but you could probably still drive it on the street and stuff. Actually, speaking of, what year is the SC400? I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's see here. This SC400 Z30 chassis. Ah, look at that, boys. It is 25 years old, so no emissions for David. So that is even more feasible. The RX-8 I wouldn't be able to register it in Georgia. There you go. Build's done. So there it is. Meanwhile, looking at K-Cars. Jay Sparks, I still have it. It's still in Iowa in the shop where we built it, but the entire CAN bus system went out. So no headlights, no power steering, and no taillights because of bad luck at this point. So stinks. Oh, also, the first clutch blew up. Then we brought it to an alignment shop. The alignment shop, we left it there. We came back. They blew up the brand new clutch because they went hooning in it. I literally, like, I don't understand how I get myself in these situations, bro. Like, so frustrating. How did you manage emotionally with the crash about the Mustang? I was super bummed, but at the same time, like, it was funny because during that era, I was kind of ready to maybe move on from that car. I was like having these mixed feelings about maybe doing an S650 and stuff at the time, but it was more so just it was just a bummer, man. But my wife was okay. I was fine, obviously, but it was just like, yeah. Wait, can't you get a rebuilt title for the RX-8? You can, but you still have to be within 25 years for emissions. So if you did an engine swap, it wouldn't work. Police 428, thank you so much for the super chat again. LT6 C806 powered SC400. Jeez, could you imagine? But I don't think they sell those as crate engines. Or RX-8 would be an animal. Um, Also, Rover K Series swap a Geo Metro. That sounds like a death trap, dude. Charles, yeah, we're trying to get them to pay for it. It was a whole thing. By the way, I don't know if you saw, but I'll be down your way late next month. Let's see. I should be here. I should be here. Yeah, I'm excited. So make sure to stop by. Let's see here. I'm sure if you have the could you imagine how expensive that engine is? It's probably at least $30,000. A Hellcat Red Eye engine's like 20. So yeah. Yeah, royalty. It's just the one county I'm in, man. That's annoying. LS Saturn Sky. Okay, I've always like I don't know what it is. As long as you like Chrome delete the Saturn Sky, I've always kind of liked that car for some reason. Like I drove the 2JZ one last year. I don't know if anybody here watched that review, but yeah, it was fun. Like short wheelbase, rowdy, crazy. Ryan Turek back in the day drifted a Sky or a Solstice, one of the two. Forgotten Year TT500. Yeah, they are goofing on the job. Whoa. Sean, that's cool, man. I do know the transmissions like going out on those, if I'm right. I know a lot of people were snapping synchros and stuff in those when they added boost, obviously. See, Jacob, that is really cool. But the reason I would do an LS is because of my sponsorship. They do LS ECUs, so I would have to do that. If I decide to do a car build in general, right? At this point. Yeah, that's usually the case for the MT82 as well and the Mustang. I don't know how people break a million of those without power shifting them, basically. Mm-mm-mm-mm. LT6 intake. That's interesting. Why not do bike builds? Because I would probably not be here anymore. Plus, three of my friends have passed away on bikes. So I'm just going to take that juju as it is. You know what I mean? So I don't trust anyone, especially here in Atlanta. I trust no one on the road here. No one. Yeah, absolutely not. So that's why I just don't do it. Yeah, rice box. It's a lot. If I remember right, hold on. Let me see how much they are. Excuse me. $22,000 with all the accessories on it. $22,000. Sorry, chat's loading for a second. I apologize. LS swap a Lincoln LS. That'd be ironic, right? I do have a 2JZ 240. Yep, still have it. It just lies and waits to be fixed as per usual. Just bad luck with that car too, man. All of my projects, the most reliable motors and transmissions in the world, all of them break. All of them. And people will say driver error. No, because I am the nicest to my cars. All of my cars have broke when they're cruising. All of them. Ooh, that's a great question, Royalty. The CT4V Blackwing's a really good car. I'm not gonna lie, it handles amazing, but the 1LE does too. So kind of tough. Kind of tough. So let's see here. If you guys could do a favor for me, um, I have been working on a website. I don't know if you guys have seen, but it's called projectcarexchange.com. And basically, it curates project cars online so you don't have to dig for them all over the internet. And basically, my question is I'm I'm thinking about doing a few things with the website and I'm getting a bunch of feedback. And I would love some more feedback on the website. And if you don't mind to sign up for the email listing, that's a huge help. As of right now, it's still kind of in an evolving beta. So basically, if you give me feedback, I can actually make things happen. It's not like I'm a big corporation or something, right? So if you're like, hey, I want to like flip cars for a living and have like a dealer account or something, I can make that happen if that makes sense. Um, so I'm still getting used to that. Cranberry, thank you so much for the super chat. You taught me to drive manual. Grew up watching. Thanks so much, man. I'm glad that you were able to drive manual because it can be intimidating. It can be. What is this young dude? I know. I de-aged 10 years after shaving, right? Hold on. So if you haven't seen it, by the way, I'd love for you to check it out. This is the link to the website. It has 3 categories and all that kind of stuff. And I would love to know what you guys would think about, say you are this is out there. Not everybody in here is going to like understand this question or be relevant to this question. But I'm potentially thinking about creating a system to where if you want to post a ton of cars, like that, say you build and flip cars, right? Like you fix them up, sell them, fix them up, sell them. You could do some kind of subscription account to post a bunch of cars. I'm still trying to figure out the pricing. What would be fair for somebody if they sold 5 to 10 cars in 3 months, right? Like that's what I'm still trying to figure out is what is fair. What is fair? What's the value proposition? Because to be featured on the website right now is $5. And at the same time, if you upload a startup video for your car, I'm working in a way to do a discount to $0. So that way you know the car works when you go all the way to see it. So I do appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Remove the listing if it's already sold because I see it being sold months ago. Okay, that's good. Bundle decreasing. Yeah, I've been looking out for an 11 to 14 Mustang Jera chick every day on there. Thank you, Breezy. I really appreciate that. Like, it really does matter. Um, so no, any feedback, any feedback whatsoever, because I want this to be a place that's reliable for people. Because I'm tired of seeing people get screwed over. So that's what I'm trying. Let's see here. Let's see. Breezy, I'm taking your note down, by the way. There we go. Meanwhile, all I'm trying to sell is homemade soaps. Fight Club soap. David, buy that Supra. It's a deal. What if the seller's far from where you are? Do you have to travel or pay for shipping? So basically, I would say with that, it's more so like if you were to be on somewhere like Facebook Marketplace, right? You would just figure it out. It's peer to peer. The website's peer to peer, right? So it's more in the responsibility of the people. And right now, we're developing a rating system or like a trust system in order to get that data. We just need to have more users on the website to get that data, if that makes sense, and iron it all out. And then I'm also trying to figure out, especially like which project cars get the most traffic, whatever those do, and then hone in on those. But anyway, we talked about it enough, so I appreciate it, guys. I don't want to just constantly dig up the website, so I appreciate it, guys. Um, but other than that, I will say, like maybe I want to show. Then you just negotiate with the owner through the messaging app on there. Dave, would you consider a classic Windsor Cleveland build just to contrast your experience? Uh, Unfortunately, no, because when I review older cars in general or older carbureted engines in general, they bomb, like they tank. It'll be like the worst performing video all year. So I just kind of have to take that hint and not, take the risk of unfortunately building something like that. Hey David, you plan on attending Ponies in the Smokies? If Smurf would work, I would go. So, but because that's the only Mustang I have left now, so that's what I would do. Should I do a KA 24 DET or SR20 DET real drive swap my first in Super? If you know the right people, I'm a KAT person. For generalization, SR20. What is the time in Georgia? It is 6:54, my friend. And we're at almost an hour and a half stream. We've done pretty good. We have 6 more to hit the next goal, which is pretty cool. But once again, no pressure. All right. How'd you find out about the incident at the shop? Through my friends who dropped the car off at the alignment shop. Because I wasn't there, right? The car's all the way in Iowa. So I was here. And I trust them with anything that I give them. So it wasn't them. So Sean, I believe they are doing that, but don't quote me. So don't quote me on that. What's the budget for the LS swap? So basically, it just depends on if I could get sponsorship or not, right? So the tuning would be covered. So the car would probably be like $1,200. That's my guess. The swap kit is probably $1,500. Then the steering, the power steering, all that's probably like 700. It'd probably be, let me think, fuel system, all that. If you had engine and transmission sponsorship, it would be probably 9 to 10 grand. Without it, it'd be like 25 to 30, probably. My power goal is whatever donated engine I can get. I hate to be I hate to be that way, but it's if a company is like, "Hey, we'll donate you this great motor," that's the one that's going in it. Because I can't unfortunately fall victim to these engine swap vehicles anymore and lose all this money. If I'm going to do a build like this, I got to do it very strategically, right? I got to be really, really smart about it. So that's how I'm looking at it. Sorry, here we go. Does the swap kit need to be something that exists already? Yeah. Yeah. So like I said earlier, I don't know if you were here. It's okay if you weren't, but we were talking about an SC400, which one of my friends found and has a swap kit for already. So it'd be like, there it is. It's all right there. I appreciate that, modified man. I loved filming the Project Car series. I loved editing the Project Car series, but and I God, this comes off so complainy and I don't like it. Trust me when I say this, I don't like it. It just doesn't get the same viewership that I need to keep going, right? So you have to think of it this way. If I do a news story video where like a car is unveiled or something like that, and I film it in this room, do you know what that costs me? Nothing. It costs me my camera and everything. So even if that video does badly, sucks, right? But I didn't just lose two, three, four, five, $6,000, right? So it's tough. It's really tough. And it stinks because like I know a lot of my viewers really like my Project Car stuff, but the problem is I always have like really terrible things happen in the last 2% of the build too. Like just consequences like a motor blowing up or something going wrong to where you can't keep filming the series. So it's tough. So basically, let's see here. When new video judged by that dude. So I thought about bringing the Judge by That Dude Blue series back. But I would love your guys' opinion on that because I know the okay, how do I say this? I don't know if you guys noticed this, and this is not me talking trash. I find it hard to believe that when I uploaded the first Judge by That Dude in Blue, that every other car channel did the same thing afterwards. And yes, there's almost nothing original on the internet. But now it's done so much with other car channels as much that it's funny. I remember I did one, the last one I ever did, half the comments were like, you copy all these other channels. It's like, bro, I was here first. So yeah, so I don't know if it would be as well received as it used to be, but I really enjoyed doing them. Like they were really fun to film. Let's see. I am broke because of this build. And SD Designs is back. He's in the office now. I'm in my office. By the way, common misconception: this is not my house. This is actually my office space, and I have a garage right here too. So if you see me here with the triangle wall, I'm not at home. Sorry, the chat's being a little laggy. Yes, I am in front of a green screen. Yeah, Breezy. I know. I know. I agree with you. Don't you worry. So, Baki, I think that's an awesome idea as well. But the reason I'm talking LS stuff is due to a potential sponsorship build, and they would want an LS. So that's why I'm throwing the ideas out here. Yeah, SC400 is a Lexus, and it's very long. Mark IV Super chassis is basically the same, and they came with the 2JZGE in it, the naturally aspirated one. Sorry, the SC300 did. The 400 came with the 1UZ V8, so it'd still be a V8. So there you go. ADHD. So much information. Yes, they are two different companies. Shelby and Ford are two different companies. So they have to make a deal and like a licensing deal to use that name. That's how it works. What's the hardest part on getting started when purchasing a project car? Rust. Not like looking for rust is a big one. And also just realizing if it's worth doing or not. Like that's when you really like sitting back and being like, okay, this sounds great, but I also need to replace the ball joints, the control arms, all the suspension, the fuel lines, the fuel system, probably the interior. Like it goes on and on and on and on and on. It never stops, right? And so a lot of people think if you just have an engine and a transmission, it's done. Like, it's so much more, especially cooling. Especially cooling. Yeah, and that's why it's actually like I'm actually shocked that it's been a little difficult to sell my Integra because it's basically done. It needs new carpet. It needs a small dent this big to be pulled out, and maybe a different pair of seats if you're not as small as me. But it's K20A swapped with a 6-speed trans, and it's ready to go. And so that's what I've been struggling with is like, oh, somebody buy this thing, please. So, but yeah, the EG has gotten a little bit more attention when it's come to me trying to sell my EG. No, Shaw, I would say I would put it on. I need to put it on my website. I've just been asking my friends first. Uh, SD Design, I would sell mine for 15, all in, and it runs and drives and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you're saying B series, I totally get it. Totally understand it. No, so here's the thing. I haven't actually posted my cars yet because it's one of those things where yeah, I know it's a little steep, but to be honest with you, the whole build was probably 20 something, right? So I'm already just like every modified car, right? You're going to lose money. It's just how it goes. And it's painted too. It's not wrapped. It's got Mark IV Super Baltic Blue on it and all that good stuff. But the are swaps worth it if you have to convert to stick shift? Yeah, I mean, I love driving manual, so this is how it goes. Driving, let me know. Oh, hold on, I missed something here. Give me one sec. Why is it not loading? Sorry, guys. My chat was being a little funky. One sec. Mm-mm-mm. I think you guys will like this. I think you guys will like this goal. Before I post this goal, I'm going to use the bathroom really quick. Be right back, guys. Enjoy my chair. There you go. Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm going to set this ridiculous goal, and it's if this actually happens, I'm going to be in so much trouble. Here we go. Oh, come on, it's not. There we go. So I don't know if you guys saw it, um, but it's oh god, oh god, I think. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? I am so sorry, guys. So sorry about that. If I hope you guys can see me now. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up. Look at, we seem to be back. Okay, there's one. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't, dude. I never have this problem. It's so strange tonight. It's so weird. Um, Houston, do you copy? Okay, so basically, I don't just I don't know if you guys saw my super chat goal I just did. It's just for fun. It's I'll do a rapid fire speed round where I have to answer every comment in the chat within reason. Within reason. If it's overly personal, I won't do it. There we go. Yeah, I am gonna need this. I got water too. Hydration. Hydration. How to make the dashboard work? I get it's just wiring harness stuff. You need to find a wiring harness that's compatible with everything. So I'm now smarter. Get it? But okay, I think I might end the stream at 2 hours as of right now, but you know how this goes. I always say like I'll end at 2 and then it just keeps going. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, that's cool, Dylan. That's really cool. Yeah, the 70, that's a big turbo for that. Holy crap. Marcus, since you left VA, do you miss the snow? Nope. It actually snowed here for 2 days, and that was enough for me. Because for me, it's a problem, right? Like I need the ground to be dry or even somewhat damp, in order to film for me. So it's a huge problem. Unless I'm going ice drifting or something, which I am going next month, so that'd be good. Oh no, hold on. The chat's being slow again, boys. Why is this going? If I'm quiet, I promise I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to just let the internet do its thing, I do have fiber. That's what's so annoying. All right, let's see here. What are your thoughts on the 5,000-year-old bog oak for interior trim? Is that a real thing? I would be pissed. Because I'm not like a tree hugger, but I love nature. I'd be like, why'd you cut this down? Why would you do that for us? It's like Jag. Remember they're like, we have stone in our interior. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing. Yeah, Dylan, just email me, man. I'd be super down. Dude, the Pensacola stuff's crazy. One of my friends lives down there, and it looked crazy. All right, there's the first one towards the goal. Have a good rest of your weekend, even though you don't have weekends. No, seriously, thank you, though. I appreciate it, 86 GT. That was very nice of you. I appreciate it a lot. Why not do 2J boat builds? I just don't think boat stuff would do good on here, personally. I don't think it'd do good at all. Overlanding, rally, or Baja? I would do rally. It would suit my driving style the most, but Baja second. Baja second for sure. I mean, I've actually driven the Bronco DR, believe it or not, the Baja race truck. And I did a Baja 1000 documentary 2 years ago. It did awful. Nobody watched it. But yeah, I flew all the way to Baja, went down the entire peninsula, filmed the whole thing. It was crazy. Racing Dakar. So I just got back from Dakar, believe it or not, in Saudi. I was there for 3 days, and that was enough. Like I would do it if somebody's like, "David, you're racing," I'd be like, "Okay, I'll do it." But it's logistically crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I would probably do King of the Hammers or Baja before doing Dakar. Um, but I would not say no to doing it. Yeah, I would never say no to doing that. Yeah, a voodoo swap thing would be sweet, sweet, swick, nice. So it would be sweet, because I know someone with a crate engine. I know somebody with a voodoo crate engine, and I don't think they officially made them. So he just had his as a replacement. I was always like, you got to put that in something. SD design. Oh my man, thank you, dude. Thank you. Sorry, I can't. I got the guns. You know what I mean? But thank you. Colton does cars. Can't stay for long. Came to say I love you. Well, thank you, Colton. I love you too, dog. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Why is it called Voodoo? So the reason they called it Voodoo is that it's arguably the weirdest engine Ford's ever made, right? Flat plane crank, the cylinders fire this way. So typically with a Coyote, right, with a cross plane crank, you'll have, I don't know the exact firing order, but it's all over the place, right? It goes like 1, 6, 5, 4, it goes all over the place. But with the Voodoo engine, you have to think of it like a drum. It basically goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, and back. That's due to the flat plane crank, which gives it the ability to rev very high to 80 to 50 RPM, or if you do some aftermarket mods, 9,000 RPM. So unbelievable engine. It's so freaking cool. Um, do a Voodoo swap Pantera as like a Ford Answer C06, bro. That's a fantasy build for sure too. Pantera is a cool looking car. I know they don't drive well, but they're a pretty cool looking car. What's the most dangerous hobby you've had outside of cars? Skateboarding, probably. Yeah, still doing it. Still skate every now and then, and I've done things I probably shouldn't have for sure. Oh my goodness! Ah, excuse me. Can I just say, while the chat is loading, that I find these streams really fun? Do you guys have a good time? Because I know we said to keep it simple, but I promise I'll learn how to do some streaming software soon. Maybe we can have some guests on here too. Let's see here. What's your take on the new Z's future? Not good. That's how I see it, unfortunately. I can go into so many details about it, but as of right now, not good. Dylan's chilling. Once again, man, I'm going to give you that nice big boop, that heart. The tree died over 5,000 years ago. Oh, okay. Fell into a pond or marsh in modern day Ukraine and was preserved by clay. Got it. I thought you meant, oh, look, here's a 5,000-year-old tree. Let's cut it down. Like, that's what I was like, bro, come on. But no, whatever. That's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. No, I, I'm going to be transparent. I mean, the new Z to me is just not very good. For the money, it's not very good. Can't turn traction control off, can't do a burnout. It pulls timing when you accelerate. You can't get a limited slip differential unless you get a $53,000 version. You can't option one in. The interior is not that much better than 370Z. It's a very floaty handling car, and the Nismo doesn't come with a manual. So the Mark V Super Manual is a better car in every way. A better car. Yeah. No, I should be. I definitely need to watch the 24, but I haven't been watching it. Let me know. Yeah, let me know who's winning or in each class. Have you done doing skating content? Fun story. I have, and nobody cared. Well, you have to think like over the years, you experiment with content, and I've done 4 skate videos overall over the years, and yeah, they did not do good at all. Algorithm completely buried them. Actually, if you go with the SC400 with Brent suspension, you can go with your better version. Well, I mean, for coils and stuff, I'd go with Fortunato, and then the angle kit, I would have to do some research on for sure. What do you see coming from the Honda Nissan merger? Ooh, I think Honda needs to. I think they need to do it. I don't think Nissan would last another 12 months. Personally, that's just my opinion. With the Z Nismo, Nissan's claim their customers care about lap times and when auto only. Is it even possible to true in JDM only untrue? Is it possible this is true in JDM and only? I don't know, man. Like, but the US market is the biggest market in the world for cars. Like overall, when it comes to performance cars, other than like Dubai and some other places, it is the place to sell performance cars. And yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And you have to remember too, like when the Nissan Z was being unveiled, like I was rooting for it. I actually planned on probably getting one. I was gonna sell some of my stuff and get one, and then I drove it. I said, absolutely not. Like, do you know how rare that is for me to literally drive a car and go, I'm good? Like, that is rare. Like, that's why I was like, I would not be passionate about that car at all. So it just turned me off. Andy Hillens, thank you so much, man. Do you think Dodge will bring back a V8 car? EV seems to be a bust for them. Recent political changes makes me think it could happen. I'm just praying for the return of the Viper. As of right now, in the current climate of Stellantis, no. Um, it's a very misguided corporation, in my opinion, right now. According to my friend Rich Rebuilds, the Dodge Charger EV felt like a car that should have been built in 2018. Like it felt very behind for the money and how expensive it was. And then a few other journalists I know say that it would pull the front wheel and like slip the front wheel when you turned in. It did some very wonky stuff with the differential or the whatever you want to call it, whatever is up there. Um, so yeah, it's just not great. And then the Hurricane engine, they've bet the barn, like they bet the farm in the Hurricane engine when it came to combustion. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, but they're also not in a good place. But that's a fantastic question, Andy. Thank you so much for asking that. Especially as a Hellcat Red Eye swapped owner, the Hellcat has really done an amazing thing for Dodge, right? I mean, it truly has. I mean, it's completely turned the reputation around in a lot of different ways. But we're seeing that turn. We're seeing that turn around, right? We're seeing that kind of be like, I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens. Especially, I think those Dodge Charger EVs are going to drop in price like crazy. I saw one the other day for $91,000. It's just atrocious. Go get a Tesla Plaid. And I'm not a Tesla person. Go buy a Plaid if you're going to go buy an EV like that. Colin Matthews. Sorry, I screwed that up. Would you be willing to do a quick, fun, and cheap build with Nappy Boy Auto, like say do an offer crime victor? Yeah, I would love to do something with these guys. I love hanging out with them. They're fantastic people. What I would like to do is like so T Pain. What I love is that he does these unboxing of like cheap Chinese products like from Temu or Alibaba, and he like builds an entire car with one, right? I'm like, what if somehow we put all the money together and we all got the A86 Chinese chassis? Have you seen this? You can get them in bulk. You can't buy them individually, but you can buy A86 chassis like that are brand new, like off a factory floor. That would be really interesting to see. Uh, so that's what I would think. Joseph, thank you so much once again. Sent you a DM with a couple of cool video ideas. I appreciate that. I'll check that out after this. Give me 1 second. Going down the chat. Sorry, it's taking a second. I honestly think those A86s are probably spot on. Just because it's coming from there, it doesn't mean it would be bad anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I am not a stand for China whatsoever. I have my opinions, and again, I've been there, so I can say it here. Can't say it there. But I have my opinions. Colton does cars. Thank you so much once again. I blew the MT82 in my Mustang several months back. I just ordered a TR6060 to replace it. Do you think that's a better choice than a built MT82? Yes. I think you did the right thing. I think you just got it out of the way. I think you're like, whatever. Tremec transmissions are incredible. They're fantastic. I think you did the right thing. I think you're going to be very, very happy with it. And also the shifter feel of a Tremec transmission is just better. I mean, they put that in the Viper for a reason. They put it in the Terminator and all these other cars for a reason, right? They're phenomenal. I just got a text from one of my buddies, James Freeman. He said, I just got a funny new Charger story. He goes, is this what I think it is? Charger EV. Yuck. Who wants it? I'll give you a sweet 25% APR. Oh, man. Oh, man. Crazy. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. It's loading. I apologize. You have to look at photo too. All right, give me a sec. Oh no! To give you guys context, Carnivores is James here, but look. Already got a little cheeky. Already. With all-wheel drive, bro. Like, come on, dog. Oh man, dude. Would you do a basic turbo kit on the SC400? The motor's already out of it, so it's already a goner. Right. So we are at an hour and 54 minutes. There's several people in here who have been here pretty much the entire time. So thank you very much. And as of right now, I think I'm going to end at 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes. This is the point of the stream where the super chats sometimes come in and I can't leave. So so it's just funny. Did you ever end up selling any of your cars? I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. So just let me know if you want one. David, I am eating breakfast. What's your favorite breakfast food? Eggs and toast. Dude, you can't go wrong, dog. Can't go wrong with eggs and toast. It's good. Okay, let's see here. Dylan's chilling. He's back. Canadian. Okay, I personally hate the human right violations they're doing in West Taiwan. They still make quality stuff, which would be heroic. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that, unfortunately. Sean with the $5. Thank you so much. Once again, at least with the EV Challenger, takeovers will be quieter. Dude, it's just going to be. Did you see that promo video of them doing the drift mode like before the car was done? And it was just tires sound like, it was horrible sounding. Horrible sounding. You know what, Sean? I think that's super chat of the day. I think that's super chat of the day. That was that like not for the money, but for the comment. That's a good one. Same with the what was the question earlier? The Dodge question. Yeah, Andy Halens' question was very good. Very good. Yeah. That so unless you're a complete geopolitical nerd like me, more historically wise, not politically wise, yeah, I caught what he was putting down. So yeah. Sounds like a car skidding before crashing. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, dude. That's so funny. What cars are you trying to sell? My Integra and my EG hatch build. Because if I post those, they're kind of long gone, like in the know-how of that dude in blue, pretty much. Why was Jasmine so scary? So great. So I'll make it quick. But basically, back then, this car didn't have what's called boost by gear. And I'm not trying to lecture you if you don't know what that is. I'm just going to tell everybody. So um, basically, that means all four wheels were getting basically 50 pounds of boost. So what was happening is that all four tires were spinning. And it was also very cold outside, which means the tires were basically like hockey pucks. So that caused it to grip this way, then grip this way, then grip this way. So it was very, very scary. Interested in selling the Hellcat Magnum? Yeah, I would sell it if the offer was right. You just have to fix quite a few things. But dude, I'd sell that thing for a pretty penny. To be honest with you, it would be an expensive. I'd probably sell it for 50 or 60 because that's what it's got in it. It needs CAN bus. You'd have to figure out the wiring on the car. That's the number one thing you would have to do. Other than that, power steering and it runs and drives. Yeah. Yep. That's why my life savings went poof building that car. Yeah. It was bad. Not only did I not get a cool car after it was all, I lost everything. Are you buying a Dark Horse GTT? I could never afford those, bro. Like, at least the GTT. I could never afford a GTT. You know what's even worse about the Magnum? It sounds amazing. That's the most hurtful thing about it. The GTD is not lame, though. I can tell you that. I've seen it in person, and holy moly, that thing is so sick. But it's also $300,000, so it better be. All right, we have one more minute. The only reason I stay is if a whole bunch of the super chats come in. So let's see. And that's not me to bribe you. It's just, yeah, we're getting there. All right, let's see here. An A3 rotor RX-8 is a rad idea. It is, but mine would blow up immediately. Also, 300K sick. Yeah, it better be, right? It absolutely better be if it's that expensive. I honestly think, yeah. I would see it. Look, as somebody who could not afford it, I could definitely see it being $280,000 at least, for sure. For sure. Ah, he got me. Father Firefighter got me right at the 2 hour mark. By the way, everybody, Father Firefighter had the Mr. Chrome Cobra I just reviewed. And the entire reason I reviewed it in the first place is because he came into my live streams and just kept reminding me. But yeah, Father Firefighter, thoughts on the new GT350 are, it's a disappointment because I can explain it to people. Basically, the Shelby GT350 that you know with the flat plane crank engine and everything, that was Ford and Shelby working together. So it was built in a Ford factory. The new GT350 is like an appearance package and a blower. Pretty much it. That's not giving it any credit, but it's way too expensive And you might as well just go buy an S650 and modify it yourself. That's my personal opinion. It's my personal opinion. It's like $110,000, dude. Come on. Like, I definitely think, actually, do you guys want to hear my opinions about why the 650 isn't selling as well? I'm curious. I might make a video on this, but maybe it'll be a sneak peek. Maybe it'll be a sneak peek. But I think I know why, but just my opinion. Let's see. I'm gonna wait for the chat, see what they think. No, I know why. Everyone is broke. I think there's more to it. I actually think, yep, here we go. Okay, so basically, the S650 is a really, really. I will answer Dylan's super chat after this. He got me. Dang it. Y'all holding me hostage. So the S650 is a very good car. It is better than the S550 in my opinion. It has a nicer interior, feels like a nicer car. It does all that. It does all that right. The Dark Horse in particular drives really great. Think of it more like a Mach 1 and not a Shelby, or a Boss 302 and not a Shelby. That's what I would say. It's a better one of those. The problem is like many of you guys are catching on, is that it's just too much money. To give you guys perspective, my white 2018 S550, the 10-speed one, I got that for $31,000. It had 11,000 miles on it. Smurf, when I got Smurf with 3 miles on it, was also $30,000, right? And why I've always told people Mustangs were great is the value per dollar. The Coyote engine's amazing. It makes power like it's cheating. And it's a great platform for people who just want a fun car. The problem is they have priced themselves out of the general audience. Along with that, like many other people said in the chat, you can't tune it. And once again, one of the number one things Mustang dominated at was personality, character, and making your car your own. So if you want to do cosmetic stuff and all that, that's great. That's cool. But you can't even do a cold air intake. Like, not everybody wants to do a supercharger, right? Like, that's a lot of money. And the only supercharger you can do, in theory, to have a good time is the Whipple, right? Whipple / VMP combo. And that's a tune from Ford. It's the only way you can boost it right now. So if you want to do anything to the car, performance-wise, it doesn't really feel like your own, right? You didn't choose that intake manifold. You didn't choose that cold air intake. You didn't choose the header setup. You didn't choose, like, if you put headers on the thing, you're going to get a code. If you put an exhaust on it, you're going to get a code. Like, all of this stuff, right, is a problem. And it just makes it the least personable Mustang. Not only is it the least personable Mustang, it's the most expensive ever, right? So not only is it more inaccessible, it's also harder to modify. Not to mention the S550 Mustang was a knockout of the park. I think most of us can agree at first that people were very worried about the S550 from the way it looked and everything. And now it's arguably one of the best aftermarket platforms ever sold for the money. Like, bang for your buck, S550 is still S tier, in my opinion. So yeah, there's my rant, my condensed rant. I can make a video on this if you guys are interested, but that's kind of what on the surface level, that's very much how I see it. Okay, rant over. No, the new 5.0 is strong. It's fine. That's not really the issue. Yeah, the Mustang 2 is terrible too. Well, I need to go to this Ford Performance event next week, and then maybe I'll make this video. Right, I don't want to cause any issues. Got to be careful. But like I said, it's all about how you say it. If I'm over here like completely crapping on the car, which I'm not, I think it's great. Uh, God dang, G Burris is here, and he's gonna keep me hostage. He always does this. All right, all right. Wait, is your favorite color really blue? How'd you know? How'd you know, bro? The answer is yes. Answer is yes, dude. Man. Oh man. David, you want to test drive my GTR? Yeah, let's do it, man. Straight up. I'll do it. Shoot me an email. Right here. Yeah, I think G Burris is the most responsible in past streams for keeping me around. If I think of it right. He's definitely up there for keeping me around. So so Dylan's soap question. What was the soap question again? I kept seeing it. Oh. Okay, here. I'm going back. What should I call my soap brand? Here. Somebody will get it. There you go. Somebody will get it. So you combine two pop culture icons, bro. You got SpongeBob and Tyler Durden. Paper Street Soap Cup. There you go, boy. There you go. The soap opera. Here come the puns, dog. Here we go. Shoot, man. All right. Right now, my cutoff is 2 hours and 10 minutes. We're at 2:08. Dang it. Okay, Alex Dyer, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, and Colton. And Colton. To go towards David's live stream ransom fund. Okay, well, thank you. This is when it starts getting petty bribery, right? Alex Dyer, thank you for the $2. 4-winner swap to an F-150, name it a Fowota. That's a pretty sick build, dog. That's pretty sweet. I'm sure that could be like a Forza Horizon mod. Somebody can make that happen. One soap a time. Vibing, not bribing. Sud Zero, that's a good one. I like that one for sure. No Diddy? Oh my god. Dude. I definitely would have a Dorito allergy if I tried to do a rotary build for sure. 86 GT. I have no idea what happened to that thing. I'll be honest with you. Dude, Ultra, yeah, I would love to, man, but plane tickets right now are crazy. It's the only thing stopping me. Like, if I were to go down under, like go to New Zealand, Australia, it would cost so much money. It would cost probably at least $4,000 or $5,000 all in. It's crazy. So that's really what's stopping me from doing that. Other than that, I'd be on a plane right now. Flights don't scare me. Hotel, like none of that. You know what I mean? Like I just came from Dakar and back. That wasn't a problem. And that was Saudi Arabia and back in 3 days. Hurt's down there right now. From Nappy Boy and X Hoonigan. He's down there right now. Tilly's bubble time. Okay. As of right now, unless any other, I'm going to say the magic words, okay? Unless any more questions come in from super chats, I'm going to end in about a minute because we're already in 2 hours and 10 minutes. But if there's any other questions right now, now's the time to ask because it is 7:41 here and I'm going to go home pretty soon. So, all right, going once, going twice. Gonna see now the forking time. Impression of car culture in 2025. Ah ha ha! I got my perm, got my anchor cut, dog. We're gonna go to some intersections, bro. Okay, Joseph McQuarrie, he got me. No, you're not. 4.6 swap a 350Z. That'd be interesting because I guess it's budget friendly. I guess that would be budget friendly. Um, yeah. I guess it would. Yeah, if you did like a Crown Vic engine or something. G Burris, here we go. Will you please read the super chat so we can install more? Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, Sean, those guys are great. Those guys are great. Oh, Kyle, no, here we go. This is where it gets real. This is where it gets real. Kyle Cox, thank you for the super chat. Who's your daddy and what does he do? Well, apparently my stream right now is my sugar daddy, and I will admit it. I am admitting this right now. I guess you could say this is the Australia flight fund to go do a documentary series in Australia. There, are you happy? Oh, it's not the Tuma. Oh man. Oh, excuse me. This is what you want. This is what you get. Well, I warned. Homie making so much right now you can sweep Panera for dinner. Dude, okay. Completely sidetracked. Why is Panera so expensive? Could someone tell me why? Cheapest ransom that ever was. Oh, well. All the hearts are just the sugar daddy moments, you know. Oh my god. This is so funny. Sean, thank you for the super chat though. By the way, I'm grateful. I'm not just, oh man. It's like Subway but fancier. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, like I hate it because Panera has like some good sandwiches, but then you walk out of there spending $30. You're like, what happened? What did I get? What did I get? Oh man. Holy Grail. Guys, do you realize what just happened? Tyler, I'm calling you out. Look what my friend Tyler just sent me. He goes, ignorant ransom payment. Holy shit. By the way, I'm grateful. It's not that I'm not grateful, but this is so funny. Dude, yo, public subs hit hard, dude. Public pub subs are like, okay, so to give you guys context, I really miss Wawa. Like the gas station. I miss Wawa. I wish they were here in the Atlanta area. They're building some in South Georgia. But pub sub is the closest I can get to a Wawa sub here in Georgia. Yes, you're guilty of kidnapping virtually, but it's okay. $40 at Mickey D's for chicken nugget. How did that happen? Did you get like 220 counts or something? Ever thought about doing electric motor sub? I have before, but yeah, I was just like, I'm going to give up on that. Rich Rebuilds does the best of those, in my opinion. Oh man, I feel like In-N-Out is there. I feel like In-N-Out is priced right though. I know we're not talking about cars anymore, but I think it's priced pretty reasonably. Most disappointing Meet Your Hero review? Don't really have one, to be honest. And I'm not just trying to get a cop out. I'm truly thinking about it because I've met Keanu Reeves. He was breathtaking, as they say. He was great. I met T-Pain, obviously. Yeah, he's awesome. One of the most humble guys you'll ever meet. What other high-profile celebrity have I met? Met Frankie Muniz. He has no idea who I am. It was very brief. Like Payne, I have a good relationship with. Who else? There's somebody else I've met that was super high profile. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. Elio? Yo, I almost made a documentary about them recently. Um, but what's it called? Oh my god, what's it called? Oh, because the Elio to me is like the modern day Dale. If you guys have never heard of it, I'm thinking about making a video about this car called the Dale. A lot of other channels have done it. It's not an original idea. I would just give you a shorter form version of it. But it's basically one of the greatest scams in automotive history, and I just find it absolutely, absolutely fascinating. Yes, I have met Christian von Koenigsegg. Yes, uh, the Adam Sandler. That's awesome. Yeah, some high quality H2O you got there. Five Guys is way too expensive. My dad and I went there one time. He came to support me at Roadkill Nights. We went into Five Guys. We got two shakes, two burgers, and fries. It was $49. What the heck, dude? DJ Wilson, I have not sold it. If you're interested, please let me know. Oh yeah, yeah. I have a good relationship with Vaughn too. I like Vaughn's really fun to work with. You just need a €5 kebab with some French fries and a soda. The car party, yeah, yeah. Five Guys is overrated. Yeah, for the money, it's definitely overrated for sure. I did meet and ride with Ken Block. That was a big highlight of my life, especially at the time. That was huge for me. Yo, how do you spend $94 at Taco Bell? Crazy. Ultra Madness. So you don't drink or do drugs. How do you have fun? You know, that's a very, I know it's a very off-putting question to the stream, but so to be transparent, like I know I say that line to be transparent, but I feel like I should just be honest about it. My family had problems, right? Extended family had problems with drinking and stuff of that nature and cancer. So anybody who smoked in my family got lung cancer and they're gone. So as a kid, followed an example and I was like, okay, well, my family's genes just not the right move. Not the right move, right? So that was the motivation behind it. So growing up, my family didn't have any in the house. I feel like that could go two ways, right? It can make you like a rebellious kid because you can't have it, or you can be like, oh, blatantly, there's a reason why. And I got really lucky. I got really lucky that my life went that way. So yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Bitcoin, for example, I actually would much rather be around people who smoke. To be honest with you, much like be around it. If I'm in a situation, if I'm in like a social situation, I'd much rather be around that 100%. But that's just. And by the way, this all off. I'm very proud of you. Congratulations. I know it wasn't easy. That is amazing. Round of applause. Seriously. Uh, Jay Ritzy, thank you so much for the super chat. Seen Mad Mike's 6-rotor MX-5? Yes. Mad Mike's builds, chef's kiss. I saw the P1 at SEMA. The P1 with the rotary in the back, crazy. Absolutely crazy. The fabrication, everything has been amazing. This conversation got interesting, didn't it? It's amazing what happens when you're just talking about normal stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, to give you perspective, this industry, what I've noticed is that there's no in between. So somebody asked me about press events earlier. I don't know if they're still here, but they asked me about press events earlier. The way a press event goes is like this. So you go to the airport, you get picked up, you go to your hotel, Then after that, there's a happy hour or drinks before dinner. And then there's drinks after dinner a lot of the times. And when you go to these situations and you're in a position like me, you always, always, always get asked, why not? And then you have to explain the whole thing again, right? It's the only thing that I've noticed that gets questioned. Like, it's the only thing, like, out of everything, people are always so curious about it. They're just like, why not? Why not? Why not? I'm like, liver. That's like the best short answer. Uh, you know, Dylan's chilling. As a user, drugs and alcohol, there's way more to life and much more that give me fulfillment. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing too, is that I think people when they find out that I don't, um, they instantly think I'm judging them. You know what I mean? It's almost like they feel uncomfortable, and I've noticed that over the years, even since high school. And I don't judge them. It's a social thing. You know what I mean? It's just part of culture. And it's very hard to remove that from the culture. And so when you come in, you're very, very different. As when you come in, they go, huh, interesting. You're one of those. It's the complete opposite, right? So it is a weird thing to socially navigate. And I think Visilov, you did the right thing, man. I think you did the right thing. And if you need to do that to be friends with somebody and you don't have anything in common with them, then you shouldn't be friends with them. So not to turn this into that conversation, and I'm not here to lecture or anything, but it's a powerful thing. It truly is. Um, but yeah, cars don't have that. Well, there's my point. Mustang with control makes a great point. Is that basically I've noticed that a lot of car guys, especially race car drivers and people who do take motorsports seriously, they don't as much. They might have a little, but they don't as much because they're trying to keep it together, right? And they don't want to hang over. They want to be as sharp as possible. And then you go to some drift events and people party hard, right? They party really hard. So it's that weird in between and balance, right? Bitcoin, yeah, you basically have to. Like, people just don't get it, and so you can't make people do it. You can't make people do it. It's up to them. Mm. So Ultra, perfect example, right? Um, and now we're really getting into the weeds per se. By the way, crazy fact: never smoked weed my whole life, and it's not because I didn't want to or anything like that. It was just more so one of those things where I thought that I'd probably like it a lot. So I was like, I don't need another thing to spend money on. I don't need another thing to worry about. And that was mostly it. Um, and being a skater kid, it was incredibly common, right? Around skateboarders all the time. So I was used to it. I was used to being around it all the time. But the now we're really getting into it. But let's just say there's something else in that realm of things that I've seen help people way, way, way more. And I'm not gonna say it on the stream, but there's some friends who their lives have been saved by a certain other thing mentally. And so that I'm much more of a supporter of that in a medical sense. Um, so yeah, if that yeah, somebody got it. So I've seen that really help people, and it was crazy as long as it was the right setting, the right everything. Um, but especially veterans for sure, because living in Virginia Beach, all my friends were veterans, right? So let's see here. Never enjoyed the high from weed. Prefer getting drunk, even though I don't drink. Purely pain relief for me. I was hit by a drug driver. So that I understand, Ultra. I met somebody on one of my trips one time. He got head-on collisioned by like a giant garbage truck, and he survived. So his entire body was metal, and like straight Wolverine, but he could barely walk, and that's how he was coping. He was medically diagnosed and given it. I'll never forget. He said, "I'd rather be healthy than wealthy," because he like won a lawsuit, and but yeah, that's how he coped with it, right? Oh, Fizzle, I absolutely believe that. Absolutely. Do you think alcoholism is a belief or behavioral issue? My dad finally quit after decades of abuse. He can never have. I think it's a disease. I'm on the disease side. I'm on the disease side because that's just how it is to me. Especially seeing it firsthand. I won't go into too much details because it starts getting a little personal, but I've seen it firsthand. It's a disease. Um, yeah, some people knew what I was trying to reference, and I can tell you the reason I changed my mind on those things was seeing it happen for people and seeing what it did for people. Yeah, so Fizzlethoff, so I don't know if a lot of people know this. I had two hernias right here. I had surgery right here, right above my stuff. You know that area of skin right above your stuff, because this is probably all dudes in here anyway, so we can have a dude to dude conversation. But I had these massive hernias, and they basically what happened was, since I was a late bloomer in my growth, it basically never sealed off there, and it just happened. Right? It basically just blew a gasket. And so I had to get surgery. And when I got surgery afterwards, they prescribed me opioids. And thankfully, my personality is extremely addictive, like my genes are. But I took like a few of them, and I instantly realized how it could consume somebody. Does that make sense? When I was like, "Oh my god, like this is dangerous." Like immediately recognized the danger of it. And not only that, I was like, I don't I don't know if this makes okay, not to be gross, but I was like constipated. Like I couldn't go to the bathroom because of these things as well. I was like, not only are you screwing yourself up, dude, like it was rough. Like it was so rough. And so I was like, I'll never do that again. Ever, 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 ever. Yeah, they absolutely do. And I think a lot of people in this stream probably know the nefarious ways they advertise them. You know, they literally said that they weren't addictive, which is bananas. And they knew they were. They knew they were. You're crazy. Now you're getting me ranting. I don't like seeing people. I don't like seeing my friends suffer, so that's why I'm getting a little heated about it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh man, King with boxing. That's rough. Yeah, Marcus, it does give that vibes, doesn't it? Johnny Silverhand enters the chat. Take those Omega blockers, bro. For that reference, everybody, I have been replaying Cyberpunk 2077 and I'm absolutely hooked to it. I enjoy it so much more the second time around now that I know like it's not broken. But yeah. Hey man, Lid Rod, the thing is it sounds cheesy, but I've always wanted this channel to be a very open and chill place for people. I've always wanted it to be, we can talk about anything, right? It is cars, but we can talk about anything. Um, it's just how it is, you know. You have a dream because back in high school when my classmates got into a drunk driving. Yeah, no, Jacob, absolutely. I same here. Multiple people. Multiple. I was definitely the person to drive a lot of people home. If you catch my drift. Yeah. Do you do any sim racing? So I don't own a sim right now, mostly due to budgetary reasons, because I would want a nice one. But I actually go to this sim cafe in town sometimes. It's literally like a LAN party. You can go there in a Assetto Corsa with your friends, in tandem with your friends, and I do that occasionally. It's fun. Oh wow, Chance, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're okay though. Glad you're okay. Because I think I don't know about you, but I fell down the stairs so many times as a kid, and I don't know how I wasn't hurt severely. I don't. I got lucky. I got lucky. But anyway, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then if there's any more super chats, I'll answer that. But I think we're I think we're gonna end on it. I know I keep teasing and ending, but I've really enjoyed this conversation. I've really enjoyed this stuff, so that's why I've stuck around. So I appreciate all you guys. Seriously, give me 1 second. Chair. Your boy's back. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. So anyway, what's for dinner? That's a great question because I'm hungry now. I'm gonna have to just order something at this point. Let's see here. You know what, fellas? Give me 1 second. What genre of food should I get? I will let the chat decide. Oh no, they're back! Damn it! Alex Dyer, thank you for the super chat. Need a quick riff on that guitar in the back. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm going to change the super chat goal then. Just to stick it to you. I'll play a riff on my guitar. Take that. And I'm going to make it ridiculous. I'm just going to be mean. There. I like the non-car talk as much as the regular car. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a nice change of pace, right? So tell me, Mr. Chair, what's life been like for you? Allie, oh, thank you, Al. Yeah, celebrate their first super. I haven't seen you do a super, so thank you, Allie. I appreciate that. I'm trying to see what kind of car you're in. I'm trying to see. Hold on. How's the Magnum doing? Okay, I'm getting your question. How's the Magnum doing? I have an '05 RT. There we go. Need some love. I want to boost the 5.7. Don't know if it's the motor to build. So I'll be transparent. I don't know too much about the 5.7. I know a little bit more about the 6.4s and the scat packs and stuff. So you might want a little bit better advice from somebody in the Dodge thing. The only ones I really know about is Hellcat because of my experience with that. So I'd rather not lead you in the wrong direction. But I know some people who've boosted the 5.7s and liked them quite a bit. But I don't know what the limits are, stuff like that. Like Coyote stuff, I can tell you everything, right? I can tell you pretty much everything there is for building them, but I'm not quite sure on the 5.7. But no, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Shawarma? I don't even know if I could find a shawarma place here. Probably. Dude, Mexican sounds good. Mexican food sounds good. Oh wait, did I make that? That's not fair. Hold on, I made that go way too expensive. I'm sorry. Hold on. Why isn't it letting me change it? Oh well, it won't let me change it. Remove call. There we go. Got it. Hold on. That's not fair. Okay, I'll make it 10. And then there you go. Much better. Actually reasonable for people. All right, it may depend on the year of the 5.7. Yeah, that I agree with that as well. Do you have any suggestion how to learn rear-wheel drive car control with lack of tracks or sims? Ooh. Ooh, that's a tough one. Save up for a drifting academy. I know that's a cop-out answer. Save your money, go somewhere, learn it that way, and just spend the time. Spend 2 or 3 days at a drifting academy or something like that. Texas Drift Academy is very reasonable. I'm good friends with them, and the program's very, very good. So if you go to Austin, Texas, Texas Drift Academy or the ice drifting program I do, but I would Texas Drift Academy in Austin, Texas is phenomenal. Oh, I asked in Ireland because there's a real lack of resources. Okay, so that is definitely easier. Not easier. It's a little bit harder for me to do. But there's got to be a drifting academy in Ireland because I know Ireland has some drifting, definitely for sure. There's somebody around here could definitely help you. There you go. Andy's helping you out. Stay under 10. I'm going to take this photo for my friend Michael of the poll because the SC did pretty good. 315 votes is pretty good. Pretty good for a stream, honestly. By the way, guys, I had a streaming idea I wanted to run by you guys, but I don't know. I mean, I know you guys like the sit down, but I'm just kind of curious what you guys would think about it. A part of me is thinking about doing a stream where I play a racing game all the way through in the campaign while also answering the super chats and the questions. But I don't know. I would have to teach myself how to run all that. But yeah, thinking about doing like Horizon 1 or something something like that. Brian Lopez, thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Have you ever done a review of an EM2 Civic? I believe so, but let me remember that code. Give me 1 second. Oh, that one. No, I haven't. A friend of mine used to have a K-Swap one. I've never done an EM2. Yeah, no. I have not done that one. But I would do it. I would definitely do it. Uh-oh, I'm getting out of focus here. Come on. Wait. There we go. Is that okay? Here we go. Sean, what would be your optimal enthusiast dad mobile? CTSV wagon. CTSV wagon. That's the ultimate dad mobile. Because some of the interior colors too are like very old people feeling. Like the one I just reviewed, like that weird whitish gray. You know. My next drift event will be Cosmic again this year in October. Let's see here. Underground 2, Need for Speed Most Wanted. All Need for Speed and Gran Turismo would be good. Underground 2. Get a game that we can join. Most Wanted 05. Underground 2. Tokyo Extreme Racer. I guess that would be a little bit more relevant, right? Because that makes sense. That's a good one too. The AMG is really good. Woo, more chair content. Woo! You know what? We'll make a poll. She's good, by the way. Thank you for asking about my wife. I appreciate that. She's doing very well. Let's see. How do I do this again? I am just a numbnuts with this, guys. Hold on. Which video game would you enjoy watching on stream. Your speed. Underground 2. Horizon 1. What was, well, let's see, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Bam. See what happens here. Curious. Sean, I did think about that. I did, but I need a daily. That's literally what I'm dailying every day right now. So that's the only thing. Do you know, so Forza Horizon 1, I would, you know, this is the YouTuber in me. I would literally have to go in and turn all the music off first for copyright, right? And then I could stream it. Or I'd be screwed. Could you imagine I did like a 5-hour stream and it's all demonetized? Could you imagine? David, how in the worldwide sports do you handle stress in life? Been looking for a real job now. Now it's been discouraging. Any and all thoughts? You know, you're not alone in that because I have no idea what I would do if I was not in the position I'm in. I'd probably have to beg for mercy to get a job at a film studio or a car company, like an aftermarket company, and do media for them or something. Um, you're not alone in that. I have some friends, man, that have applied to like 100+ jobs and they still don't got one. Because ever since digital application came a thing, it's ruined it, dude. It's ruined getting a job because you could have no experience, but if you made a good impression and showed you were competent, you could get a good job. But now it's very hard for people to get a job. I sympathize. I sympathize a lot, seriously. So it's tough out there, man. Let's see. I'm curious with how this is going. Let's see. Need for Speed Underground 1 or 2. Interesting. Horizon 1. Okay. This is a close race right now. Tokyo Extreme Racer is not doing so hot. Underground 1 or 2. So I think it'd be kind of poetic to do Need for Speed Underground 1 or 2 because that is the game that got me into cars. Like that's when I was like, I'm obsessed with cars now. I love them because I saw them as like pieces of art at that point. So the new Ranger Raptor is amazing. It's so good. It's so good. Like I can't express how good that truck is. Um so did you ever play Split Second? I did, but I barely remember it. To me, it's like all blended in with all those other brands like Burnout Paradise and stuff. That's another one I could play, I guess. But that's all copyrighted music too. Austin Scott, hey, thank you for the super chat, sir. Need for Speed Carbon was my favorite game. Also been loving the videos. My guy, you're doing great. Thank you so much, man. Like, I I need feedback. You know what I mean? It's not one of those things. I don't shy away from feedback. So thank you for letting me know that you're enjoying the content and things are going well on that side of things. Dylan's chilling, holding me hostage once again. ATV2 on the OG Xbox with the Mad Catz controller. Remember that purple transparent one they had? That was a good one. Oh man, that'd be good. Test Drive Unlimited 2. That's a very good one too. Oh, the controller game, my brother. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you're like, I don't want this one. Dude, the off-brand aftermarket controllers were so bad. Like in compare, it's like OEM. You're like, this is the spec, bro. Test drive with the charger on the front. Yep. Sorry, I'm waiting for the chat to load. I just remember the Mad Catz like joysticks getting really bad really quickly. That's like my main memory of them. Hey David, you have videos praising LS swapped RX-7s. If you owned an FD, would you keep the 13B or swap it? In a perfect world, if the rotary never broke, I'd keep the rotary because it's a very unique experience. But yeah, the problem with an LS FDRX7, I don't know if you mean like an FC or a FB. The FC LS, absolutely. The FD, like go buy a C5 Corvette. That's kind of how I feel about it because the FD with an LS in it has the flip flops, it has the pop ups. That's just yeah. That's I just love the rotary in the FD for sure. And they were complete junk. Yeah, they were. They were. Ah, sheets. I definitely want to see that when it's done. That sounds really good. Yo, you guys, I actually drove an LS Swap Starion on the channel. I think it's one of the only ones in the world, if I remember right. Actually, let me see. Let me see if hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry. That dude in blue, Starion. Here you go. There's that link. No, it was not on Hoonigan. It was a stock body. If I remember. Sorry. Long time. This was 5 years ago? Dude, time goes by so fast, dude. I remember filming this like it was yesterday. Okay, maybe it was on Hoonigan. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't remember. Magic 94, thank you so much for the super chat. It's their first super chat, so thank you so much. I owned a 17 GT350. I want something new, but Vets, Viper, Stings, everything costs too much. Want something new you see yourself buying. You would be surprised, but the GR86, every single time I drive the GR86, I have an amazing time. And it's less than 30K if you find one. It's not a V8. It's nothing like the ones you mentioned, but it is the car that I have considered buying new more than anything else. Believe it or not, I effing love that car. It is so much better than the FRS. It's not even funny. I've done multiple drift events in them. I've done circuit time attack stuff in them. I love them. But V8 stuff, everything's too expensive. It's like you said. Like you go get a used one or go get another GT350. Excuse me. It's tough. But yeah, I know, long-winded answer, but I'm just trying to think. Everything is expensive. Like, yeah, like the thing is nobody likes believing me about the G86 until like they drive one really hard. Like, you have to drive them super hard. But yeah, it's 80,000 euro in France. Is that because of taxes? Holy crap, dude! Oh my god. Yeah, Sean, I understand that, but they'll fix that. I am in full confidence they'll fix that. 80K is insane. That is so much money. The new GT350, yeah, thumbs down by David. Man. Toyota Century Ls. It'd be cool, but the V12 is so neat in that thing. There's no way I could get rid of that. That does sound fun. Trevante, that does sound fun. Definitely, if they're nearby, definitely email me for sure. Do you care at all about the Daytona 24 that's going on? Yeah, last year I had a friend actually racing in it. So yeah, I usually pay attention, but this year I've just been busy. It's gone right over my head, to be honest with you. My new rating system. How mature of a 34-year-old. But okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm really hungry, so I need to order some food real quick, and I'm gonna do that right now. And then I'm gonna do that. Should I do? I'm gonna ask the chat, guys. Am I gonna do? Should I do pizza, Mexican, or Asian? What should I do? I'm gonna see. Pizza. By the way, pizza is like my favorite food ever. Like I could eat pizza every day. I don't have any groceries right now. I'll be transparent. I'll be very, very transparent. I don't have any groceries because I've been traveling. Mexican pizza. Okay, we're doing a poll. Guys, we're doing a poll. Dude, I'm having so much fun with all the freaking polls now. Why am I am so stupid. There. All right, let's see. Dude, dude, these are going ham. This poll's going ham, dude. Oh man. Yo, Oshie's Little Caesars, if you actually order it ahead and get it, it's not bad. Like the cheese sticks, it's like if you get the what's it called? The like the pepperoni and like cheese stick combo, it's trash food, but it's good. Yeah, it's like night and day compared to a hot and ready. That's what's so funny, and it's like $2. Mark just got, dude. He just said 1,000 IQ right there. Mexican pizza delivered in Asian car. The crazy bread is free on the online order. No, he's convincing me. Pizza, man. Pizza comes in hot. Okay, pizza is a clear winner here. Now that Chick-fil-A is good. I just had that today. I had that for lunch. Okay, here we go. So pizza wins. So now I'm going to narrow it down to the chain. Okay. So these I have nearby my place. Oh, it's let me see here. This is the silliest poll I've ever done on a live stream. Do you have any idea? Why am I doing this? Okay, freaking Ghost, sorry. SWG Ghost. Best car, enthusiast car to 30K. I mean, if new, it's the GR86. Period. Or the new Miata. New Miata is incredible as well. Those two. S550 Mustang, C6 Corvette. C6 Corvette's up there. That's way up there as well. C7 Corvette probably at this point. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch in the used market. New, not so much. Joseph, let's see here. Just paid $2.63 a gallon on 87 at Walmart. Oh my god, dude. Crazy. Get it in carbon. Oh man, you're right. I did put 2 T's on it. Ooga booga. Oh, Domino's is winning. And somebody was throwing shade at Domino's earlier. That's so funny, dude. Do Blaze sell pizza? Yeah, Blaze is like a Chipotle style pizza place. Like you walk in and like you get it at the like the pizza bar. You never heard of Blaze Pizza? Really? I'm crazy. That's crazy. It's really good, in my opinion. Domino's it's one of the biggest. I've seen Domino's in Geneva, Switzerland. You know what I mean? I've seen it everywhere. Okay, who voted Domino? I live in Kentucky. Blaze is in it's in a Kentucky town. There's one in Bowling Green. There's a Blaze in Bowling Green. Yes. Um Marco's is good too. I don't know if you guys have Marco's. Marco's is like shockingly good. Like for a chain restaurant. For a chain. Uh, mellow. Oh, mellow mushroom, but it's too far for me. It's amazing, but it's good. Oh, thanks, Hit. I appreciate you subscribe for so long. Seriously, that's awesome. It's a pizza bar, like salad bar. Never heard of it. No, it's not like a buffet. I couldn't get the words out, dude. You go up to the front and they go, "What kind of dough do you want? What kind of whatever?" And then they put it in a fire oven. That's why it's called Blaze. They're like personal pizzas. They're like yay big. Pizza Hut is garbage. Argue with the wall. Marcos is expensive where you are in Kansas. It's cheap here in Georgia. It's pretty cheap. Does anyone here have your pie pizza or mod pizza? Does that mean if you have those, it's the same. It's similar to that. It's similar to that if you have those. Here, one second. Let's see. Let's price it out. How much is? Let's see how expensive a Marco's is. Marco's pizza. Texas Roadhouse is delicious, but the poll was won by the poll earlier was won by pizza. So let's see here. If I want let's say build your own, a large. Let's see what that is. Let's see what it is. All in a Marcus Pizza here in Georgia. A large. Oh, it's cheese. A large cheese is $14.50. Okay, you might be onto something here. If you actually put stuff on it, it's probably around $20 at that point. Yeah, mod pizza's okay. I think it's for that type of place. I think Blaze is the best, and then like your pie is right there. It's pretty good. Sabaros, holy crap! Yeah, no, like we have a Sabaros. The Mall of Georgia food court has Sabaro. That's the only Sabaro left I know of near me. Yeah. I wonder why so many car YouTubers are from Georgia. Any idea? It's the accessibility to the car culture here. We have 4 racetracks here, and everything is just available. It's affordable to not affordable, but as affordable as it can get to have a big car culture. And our Cars and Coffee peaked at like 40,000 people one day. It's crazy. It's called Caffeine Octane. It's amazing. Okay, so somebody said, what kind of pizza? A good old simple pepperoni pizza. Where are you getting it from? And it needs to be a chain. I do have a local place. I could order from the local place, but it's even more expensive, believe it or not. So, let me see how expensive the local place is. Dylan's chilling. I'm going to answer your super chat real quick, and then I'll do this. It is like when you go to Subway and you ask for something on the menu, and they ask you how you want to build it. So now it's completely different. Yes. No, support local businesses, but unfortunately, they charge a lot more usually. Let's see here. What's everybody's favorite? Speaking of like Italian food, what's everybody's favorite pasta? I'm curious. While I look for this. There we go. All right, I'm going to order from a local place. Okay, a 10-inch personal pizza is $10. Pretty good. It's pretty good. $1 an inch. Sorry. Someone's gonna say it. Someone's gonna say something. All right, let's see here. Blah blah blah. You seem far from this address. Yeah, I know. All right, I'm ordering my food. Okay, let's see. I ordered from the local place. They won. Order placed. Okay, so now I have to leave soon. So, all right. Any last questions, guys? This has been a great stream. We've talked about cars, talked about life, talked about problems. We talked about life pathways. It's all been good. It's all been good. They've confirmed my order. Great. G. Burris, here we go. Where do you think you're going? Now, toxic pointless debate. Wawa or Sheets? Wawa. Wawa. Sheets gives me the sheets every time I eat it. Every single time. But yeah, seriously. It's not that I don't like Sheets. Sheets is good though. It is good. But I personally prefer Wawa. You have to get the right thing at Wawa. That's the thing. If you're going to be underwhelmed, I think, with some of their food, but some of their food is like fire. Like, it's like, I don't know what happened. Like, it's all the way up here, or it's like, okay. Now, Wawa's better than Quick Trip, and I've lived here almost a decade now, and I miss Wawa. And you let me down. Because everybody who thinks Sheets is better than Wawa talks trash about Wawa. And then the Wawa people are like, yeah, they're both pretty good. It's like Duke versus UNC. UNC hates Duke, and Duke just doesn't care that much. That's the reality. And I'm not even a sports person. The only reason I know that is because my sister ran for Duke for cross country and track. So yeah, it's just funny how that goes. Yeah, like literally the only food I get at Sheets is complete garbage. Like the popcorn chicken, the cheese curds, the fries, all that kind of stuff. David building pizzas definitely goes better for me than building cars. That's basically. Which pizza place has the best non-pizza item? Ooh, that's a great question. Like a pasta or something like that. The problem is, does breadstick count as a pizza item? That's the thing. That's when we get into the weeds. Oh shit, the goal was reached. You got me to curse. I don't know what I'm going to play, though. I have no idea. I don't know too much. I have this mostly for fun. Oh, it's not plugged in, you dork. I don't remember the last time I even picked this up. I'll be honest with you. Why is it no distortion? That's weird. What the heck? My guitar is acting funny. Please hold. Ah! It sounds clean and it should be distorted. There we go. Hope no one's working late. What's like? I tell you what. It's a freaking the Guitar Center riff. What is it? I haven't played it in so long. Master of Puppets. There you go. Freaking Enter Sandman. There you go. What's another one? Everlong, I forgot Everlong, and it's like the brand new. Let's see here. What's another one I knew? Oh, yeah. No, that's out of tune. Oh, it's way out of tune. Way out of tune. Do garlic fingers count? I don't know. Garlic rolls, like from local Italian places, the best. Mr. Chair, what's it like being there? War Pigs, I forgot that one too. Pretty please. Mankey. What? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, that's the problem. It's so distorted. I don't like it. Hold on. That's probably better. All right, I'm losing viewers anyway. It's out of tune still. Oh my God. I give up. Whatever. Anyway, this sounds like crap. Sounds like crap, so I'm gonna turn this off. But anyway, I got a few in there. I'll do better. I'll have it ready next time. How about that? I'll do better next time. So, yeah, it's completely out of tune, and I don't feel like doing that. Plus, I have pizza on order, so, you know, all good. So, guys, did you all have a good time? Did you have a nice stream? Was it all good? Is everything good? Did you have a good time? Should I do this again? Should I do this again? There's your last poll. Here. Should I stream more? There you go. 100%. No, I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody was. It seems like everybody's like super laid back in our stream. Oh, everyone's super chill. I've had a really good time. It smells like Team Spirit. That's a great riff. But yeah, great. You know what's crazy? You know what's a weird midnight thought? When I drive home from this, I'm going to literally think, wow, there was a group of people that literally watched me ramble for 3 hours and they had a good time. Not narcissistic at all, am I right? Oh man, what a crazy life, right? Crazy life. But I've had an amazing time. I'll see you guys later. And thank you to everybody who super chatted. Like, I don't think you guys understand like how much that helps me. Like, it's not this much, it's this much. It could be the difference between my month going well or bad. So thank you. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, G. Burris, for holding me hostage, as always. A phrase I thought I would never say out loud. But we ever get a grabber boot start, maybe with a super chat fund. I will see you guys later. Appreciate all of you. See you in the next video.